See if we're live. All right, seems to be working. All right. Yo, what's up, After the Fat Gambler? What's good? Hope you guys are all doing well, having a good evening. Happy Friday. Huh? Yo, what's good? Salute. What's up, Jesuit squirrels? The Jesuit squirrels are coming. Run! Right. I like that one. That's fucking hilarious. I like that one. That's funny as fuck. Yo, what's good? 5 viewers and 4 likes. I appreciate that. Hit the likes. I don't know why the audio sounds so low. Give me a minute, you guys. I wonder if I guess it's just sounds a little low, but I guess it's all right. I think it's about time for a new chapter and everything, which is kind of cool, but We'll see. How does the video look? I think it looks pretty clean. I looked at my stream that I did like this last time, and it actually looked pretty clean, the video stream. If I can play something. So much for that idea. The tablet just died. Plug it in for I know, after the fact gambler. What about my horses? Or whatever. What if all the horses came to me? I'm down to joke around with you guys a little bit like that in the chat. And I'm probably just going to go home and post up, maybe find some to look at. I don't know. See what's up. I didn't really actually plan a stream. Just wanted to stream when I drive, for the drive. Yeah, me, my horses, my fucking Gematrian, my fucking gambling. What if all the gambling came to me? Dude, isn't that like a crime, like grifting off of gambling, like gambling fraud? Isn't that like some type of like federal... Using a bunch of bots, really, to fucking... Using a bunch of bots to like threaten and harass people to buy your gambling? I mean, really? Isn't that some type of like federal crime? Motherfuckers trying to make me out to be some type of criminal. Fuck that. I might have to do it moving though. I'm gonna switch up everything. I think that might be the last. That might be the last fucking time doing this. We're gonna switch it up and, you know, get back to our roots. Quack using his baby bot for grifting. I know, baby. Like, yeah, they were literally child bots that the Quack was sending into Badger's chat earlier, harassing Badger. Like, it's like weird bots, dude. They're fucking super weird. It's just, that's like not what we need. We, like, you know, we don't need any more bots. No more bots. If I catch any of you Quack bots, I'm gonna get rid of you guys up out of here. You know? I don't know why I must have clicked something why the car audio is so low, but whatever. This is really just another chill kind of stream like the one I did the last time. We'll try not to like get into any actual quackology bullshit or whatever, because I don't even know what the hell the Quacks are talking about. Now the Quacks are like, it's unbelievable. Like Elon Musk predicted some shit or something, and it wasn't me, or what? Elon Musk made a better prediction than me or some shit. I found some shit Elon Musk predicted with some other bot or something. Like, unbelievable. Yeah, I can't. And then they're like lying, and it's like not even gematria. Yeah, like, can't really entertain that. It's too stupid. I don't even know what the fuck they're quacking about. And it's always the same numbers with these bots. You notice that? Like, they just go in a merry-go-round of fucking the same numbers over and over and over again, and then insinuate, then they start gaslighting you like you don't know what their fucking stupid number garbage associations are supposed to be or whatever. Like, dude, you said the number associations like 201 times every fucking day, and it's not even true for one thing, but you're supposed to just be like delirious, like you're getting tortured or something. Okay, Quackery, yeah, sure, 201 means Jesuits. Okay, I get it, I agree, 201 means Jesuits. Today, I mean, what are you supposed to do now? I mean, what the fuck now? Okay, let's all 201 means Jesuits in Gematria. Let's just say that was true, which it's not, but let's just say it was true. Now, number association, it's not even true, but, you know, I mean, you're gaslighting, sure, like, but now what? Now, what are you supposed to do with that? 201 means Jesuits in Gematria. Quack! I mean, but then if you say it, you're bad. Even if you like rinse and rhyme and repeat after fucking Z, it's still bad. Like, it's just bad. It makes you bad. You're a troll. I mean, you know. I'm Quackery. I made up Gematria. Quack. What if you actually found every single 201 and every single 56 you could possibly find and put it all on like a psycho chart? Like, then what? Now what? What are you supposed to do with that? And stop saying gambling. Like, those two, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable gaslighting, stupid fucking rat shill garbage. That shit ain't going nowhere. Motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. Ugh! Shake all that shit. Ugh! Shake all that shit. Ghost that fucking shit. That's a good example of like what to do when someone starts gaslighting the fuck out. Just make fun of them. You know, make memes. I guess. I'm gonna make that shit into some goofy ass shit. Dude, what would you do, bro, if you saw a fucking Jesuit squirrel? I mean, think about that. Yo, Jesuit squirrels, what would you do if you saw a Jesuit squirrel? The Jesuit squirrels are coming. Run! Squirrel equals 201. Quack! Or whatever. Dude, you can't spend your whole life decoding and running away from the Jesuits, you know? Yeah, run! Exactly. The Jesuit squirrels are coming. Run! Or get the fucking wood chipper. Get a bag. Put them in a bag. Use it for fraud or so. Use the dead K-word the squirrel and use the fucking dead K-worded Gematria squirrel for fucking to like fraud someone, you know, like slander someone with the squirrel. Like you K-word the squirrel and leave it on you put it out as on your front porch as like a psyop, you know, and then when you catch the dead Jesuit squirrel that you K-worded later, what do when you find the squirrel? Run to the fucking phone and call 911 and make a police report on someone, you know? That's what the quack does. I mean, you know, that's what Quackery did. He blamed it on Monograph, though. Whether Monograph was involved with the dead squirrel or not, I doubt it. That's like snitching, based. Like, that's like unbelievable garbage. Somebody made a video. Someone fucking made a video of me online, so I'm gonna fucking K-word a squirrel and like find it later and then fucking blame it on them or whatever. What's up with the like harming the squirrel and calling it Gematria? Like, what the fuck is that? You know what it was? The quack's mom poisoned the squirrel. Like, that's the other, like, he admits it out of his fucking the left side of his rat mouth on one hand, and some other time like they tell you what they're doing before they do it, and then out of the other right side of their rat mouth they use the dead squirrel to fucking like accuse people of others of K-wording the squirrel and calling it Gematria. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Just leave, like, when are these, like, fake Gematria satanics gonna stop fucking hurting animals? I mean, that's fucked up. They don't like cats, they don't like dogs, they don't like squirrels. Dude, imagine when the hentai virus hits, they're gonna start K-wording all the mice. If the Jesuits really run with the hentai virus or whatever story, like, dude, they're probably gonna claim that They're probably going to claim that the Henta virus is, you know, and they don't think about it. The squirrel story of the quack, what if that was predictive programming this whole time? Like they were hinting at, like they didn't actually predict it, but they did predictive programming, you know, like a bunch of bots. Quacky unalived his ex-girlfriend cat, his ex-girlfriend's cat. Jesus Christ, really? Is that true? The quack K-worded a cat? I wouldn't put it past the quack. Dude, they probably eat fucking cats in Burma. I mean, fucking unbelievable. They probably eat cats and dogs in Myanmar, where Boy is from. They probably eat cats and squirrels and dogs and stuff. And I mean, it makes sense why the quacks would harm the squirrels. It's probably predictive programming for fucking it's not a real gematria prediction, but it's actually probably, like, think about it. Zachary K. Hubbard is the feds. He is a psyop, you know. He lies about gematria, and he uses like they actually poison the squirrel with the mom or whatever. The mom actually poisoned the squirrel, and then the quack uses it for a psyop hoax at his own house. He blames a drunk driver on some guy online and uses the dead squirrel, you know. But it's probably predictive programming for the whatever, if they really try to run with the Henta virus story or whatever. If that shit gets out of control, you will know that the quack is a CIA type of, like, what is it called, like MK Ultra, like manipulator of some sort, and they were doing predictive programming, you know, hinting at the death of squirrels and disease, you know. Quackery is a reptilian, and they don't like cats. Yeah, they fight each other all the time, like the cats and the fucking reptoids. Cats versus reptiles is actually a thing. At least when they K-word each other, like the cats and the reptiles, at least that's more natural. Like, it's like closer to nature than when some quack poisons the squirrel, you know? Like, poisoning the animals, like humans poisoning the squirrels, is like, that's not fair. Like, that's an unfair advantage that we have, because the animals can't, like, they can't poison us, you know? It's not really fair. Like, it's unnatural, basically. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. Like, that makes sense. My God, the radio is different out here. It doesn't work. Oh yeah, something weird happened to my audio, I think. Yeah, that's all right. They're just talking about, like, the coming war and apocalypse on the news, so we'll keep it down. We don't really, I mean, unless they bring all that shit home to roost, it's like probably none of our concern, unless, I don't know. I don't want them to, like, fucking turn Iran into, like, a glowing place or whatever, but, you know, nobody wants all this stuff. It's just, it's part of reality. Smoking with the other reptilians. He was smoking with the other reptilians. Quackery at the fish market. Right. Oh, yeah. Those were shape-shifting reptilians at the fish market. I remember that. He was smoking They smoked it. They literally smoked. You know what they call it on the street? They call it a Grammy. When you put the crack in the blunt and give it to the quack, that's called a Grammy. Like, they're smoking a fucking Grammy, bro. They're smoking a crack blunt. I think that's what they call it on the streets. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm from the Bay Area. I just know about all this type of stuff. Yeah, he was smoking a fucking Grammy with like shape-shifting fucking reptilian idiots that did those people didn't even know what gematria was or what he was talking about. They just wanted to like smoke the Grammy with the guy. They're like, make sure he hits this fucking crack blunt or whatever. The quack blunt. Dude, I highly advise the quack smokes more crack blunts when he pounds pavement. You should go pound pavement and smoke crack blunts every fucking time. You know, if you're a quack. Can you imagine that, bro? I mean, there's a video of it. I have a video clip of it. The dude literally hits the crack blunt and then his eyes roll back in his head and he fucking forgets all about the Jesuits and the gematria and his eyes roll back and he like flops out. You know, he like faints almost. He's like, what? And he's like, comes to and he's like, whoa, whoa, what planet are we on? He was gonna take the baby in the stroller and pound pavement. Unfucking real, dude. That's fucking stupid as fuck. I guess he's not gonna have any like confrontation videos like doing that. He's not gonna actually fight a Jesuit or nothing. If you got the baby with the stroller. I mean, what are you gonna do? Go around and walk around downtown Prosser and fucking point out numbers on addresses as if that's like something like magical. They're like, oh my god, look at the fucking address. Oh my god, there's an address, numbers, quack. Hey, ho, ho, the Jesuits have got to go. Hey. And then we get the baby to just like zig heil or whatever. You know, can you imagine the quack with the baby in the stroller and yelling at the sky about gematria, and like it has the baby like zig heiling out of the stroller? Like, unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Dude, you know that baby actually knows that gematria is Hebrew? Like it's if he's half J-ish, then the baby is like 25% J-ish. I mean, I would think it's probably like 25% J-ish. So in the baby's genetics, the 25% of the baby that's J-ish, because if quack is only half J-ish, then the baby, it would only be by default, it would be 25% J-ish only, because it would become half of the genetics, right? So the 25% of the J-ish genes in the baby knows intrinsically, like it's in the genetics, like it's part of Jewish, like they know gematria is Hebrew. So that like that'll be weird one day when they're old enough to learn Quackology 201 and they start telling it to the baby. But like deep down in the baby's genetics, the 25% that's J-ish will know intrinsically that the quack is lying about gematria, and they will rebel. They're gonna be rebellious against it. They're gonna know deep down. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, let's look this up. They're gonna look it up later and be like, oh my god, Quacky was lying to us this whole time. That's crazy, or whatever, you know? And then probably like try to run away. Nobody wants to be lied to about their Like, you know what I mean? The nature of their being. Ruby's Ruby's first world Jesuit. Unbelievable. Yeah, Jesuit, volunteer, only 25% J-ish. No, like deep down the J-ish side of the baby will eventually know genetically, like through the Jewish side, they know fucking, like, it's intrinsic to Hebrew. Gematria is Hebrew. And I don't think that, like, they're gonna realize that, like, from their spirit, you know, that the quack is lying about the Gematria one day, and then they're gonna become rebellious. You know, they don't want to get lied to like that about something like that. That's messed up. That's like some weird type of racism. Can you imagine how harmful that would be to a person or a child? Like, just the type of soft, sissy, subtle fucking racism of lying and saying Jesuits are doing Gematria. Like, you know, saying it goes into all languages, even though the fucking Myanmar Gematria doesn't even match. I'm just joking around with you guys in the chat. I really am not trying to do a quack stream. I don't know what the fuck they're quacking about. They're talking about some, like, Elon Musk made a prediction before they knew it, and then when they found it, they're like, aha! Prediction! And then they put Gematria on it, and they're like, it's mine! It's my prediction! Look at the Gematria! What a fucking joke. I mean, unfucking believable. Where the fuck did they find these fucking people?
People told me what I was doing. I didn't have to tell them what I was doing. And that was a huge, if you like, shift in perception.
Dude, the quacks really are like reptilians, though, bro. They fucking hide under rocks. Like, they've been hiding and suck-a-ducking and fucking ducking and dodging and can't debate Gematria this whole entire time. And then when they want to do their fake Gematria, they, like, crawl out from under the rock. They just pop up with their fucking code or whatever. It's, like, ridiculous. That's, like, some of the most cowardly community of people I've ever encountered, even though they're not actually a community. They actually literally don't actually have a Gematria community. Because if you notice, the quacks, they all try to fraud each other. Like, one of the quacks is more quackier than the next unto the others, as per Quackology 201. I mean, it's really robotic behavior, you know? They really are robots, as far as I can tell. They probably are like Terminators. Like, when you fucking... If you were able to, like... You know that scene in Terminator where he, like, cuts open the arm or whatever, and it's like a robot? He, like, pulls back the skin, and it's like a fucking dead-ass robot.
And that festival is open to the public as of today.
We should really, like... What if someone could fucking check the quack to make sure he's not a Terminator?
This hour, Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer is facing increasing...
That's crazy work. We can't even tell if you're like a robot quackulator, if you're a calculator bot.
Past couple of days, and Hungary's incoming Prime Minister morning today heralding a radical shift in the country's direction after 16 years dominated by Viktor Orban. We'll be returning to that story.
All right.
Online influencers posting content on social media platforms like YouTube. Very often it's the parents of children who are posting the videos and pictures of their kids in their daily lives. Sometimes it's funny or cute moments, but it could be anything, including tantrums or milestones.
Whoa, this is like a BBC News report about the danger of posting your children and your social media garbage? Because it, like, comes back and bites you in the ass, like, later on in life. I think that's what they're talking about. There's, like, cases of people who fucking put their childhood online.
I mean, it's fascinating. The top strata of mom influencers and family vloggers are making millions of dollars a year.
They make the money now. Like, you can smile now and then cry later, because it's like pretty dangerous to like.
The same is true on TikTok. So they're getting paid straight from the platforms, and then they're getting obviously brand deals where, you know, they're making advertisements for a certain.
They need to make that like a cyber crime, like child exploitation, where you're using the baby to sell gambling online. Like the baby, how old are you have to be a shill for like a casino? I mean, Jesus Christ, really? A 1-year-old baby is a big shill for Patreon gambling? Really?
And then there are a lot of kids.
Yeah, I know. After the Fat Gambler, it's funny. It's like, it's funny, but it really is not. If you think about it, it's really dangerous and upset. It's really disturbing.
And then, of course, there are the less.
That's fucking evil. Some evil ass shit. You fucking play a video of a big booty yoga hoe doing fucking booty shaking, and then you're like, do I need to turn this into big booty gematria? And then immediately after you have like everybody like all aroused or whatever, then you fucking switch it and put the video of your baby on there, and then you're like, oh, like you're snapping in between personalities or some shit, like you're under MK Ultra and you're a quack, and you're like, I don't know, I was trying to do it with the baby, I was trying to do it with the big booty gematria. I mean, what if I do it all and scramble it all together, and then maybe somebody will buy gematria? Like,
say something stupid, I would kill him, he'd end up in a
dude, they need to make it like child safety cyber crimes. Like, that should be under classified, what the quack's doing, under child endangerment and cyber crimes, for like having the baby using the baby to advertise the gambling, which you need to be 18 and over. You notice the quack doesn't have any disclaimers on his shit. He's like, he doesn't have a disclaimer in the beginning of his streams, like, beware, gambling is only for 18 plus, and fucking cheating and gambling is gambling fraud, which is a serious crime, or whatever. You notice that after the Fat Gambler, like, there's no disclaimer. Usually gambling channels, even if they're big shows, they'll have some type of disclaimer. They'll be like, we do not encourage gambling, and they'll have like a number, they'll run a number for like the gambling abuse hotline or whatever, the Gambling Addicts Anonymous or whatever. But no, the quack doesn't do that. Sports gambling is like Manly P. Hall, the fucking, you know, sacred knowledge for all ages, according to the quack.
With limits.
Right, but
And I think that that's the problem.
Dude, how fucking disgusting is that?
the thing is, though, Rosanna, when it is so lucrative and there is so much money to be made,
They literally need to get quacky on like child endangerment, using the baby for being a show, for like some type of cyber crime.
Danger is involved, and that children can't meaningfully consent to a digital footprint that follows.
Yeah, the children can't meaningfully consent to the digital footprint that you're creating for them. Quackery. You can't have your baby on your stream and you're like threatening me with bots and trolls from your channel in your fucking chat. That's not fucking appropriate. That's not okay. That's not good. That's not going to end well for you. Or not that I'm going to try to do anything to you, but like, there's a lot of crazy fucking people out there, and if you're threatening and harassing people to buy gambling, and you're using a baby to sell gambling, and while you're harassing and threatening and doxing people, excuse me, that's child endangerment, you rat piece of human garbage, you. Zachary K. Hubbard, quackery, fucking fraud. What a joke. Even someone noticed that in SG's, hold on, let me get my stuff all rounded up and we'll go up. I'll go post up. And
was that they would get comments or they would get messages, you know.
I mean, nobody's concerned about that. Nobody gives a fuck about the quack or his baby.
They kind of felt like, well, let's not let one rotten apple spoil the bunch.
You can't do super duper duper degenerate shit and then use throw your baby in the mix.
Having those conversations and they're worried about
Yeah, Gematria baby cyberbot.
other people who are exploiting their children, but
Dude,
not
what if that
them.
child is AI? What if that's a robot
So there's
fucking
only 5
like
states in the
black-eyed
United
demon
States that
baby
have
AI
laws
bot,
pertaining
and
to
the baby bot
protecting
is the
children,
one like
but
sending all the child
obviously
bots? Who
related to
fucking
the
knows?
purpose that they
They're
make.
from
If
Myanmar and
you
fucking
make this much money,
Quackland. I mean,
then
it's
this
fucking
percentage has to
weird
be
as
set
fuck.
aside
Who
for the
fucking
child.
knows with these
But it just might
motherfuckers? I wouldn't put
try to
anything
appeal
past the
instead of
quacks.
our working hours.
I suppose the
Only a fucking sicko, scumbag, low-life piece of human garbage would use their baby to sell sports gambling fraud. That's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking next level scumbag shit. What a fucking joke. Quackery is using a green screen for the baby bot? Probably. I wouldn't put anything past the quack. He said his pharmacist wife fucking unbelievable, recommends more natural holistic solutions instead of the pharmacy. Like, yeah, fucking right. That's illegal. That's another crime. Not that I'm for big pharma and all that, but you can't work at the pharmacy and giving the vaccines and the pharmaceuticals and then telling the customers that are sick or whatever to like, maybe they're like, what is she doing? She's whispering at him and be like, have you heard of Zachary K. Hubbard? He's my husband. He's better than me. I'm here and I would encourage you to go learn about holistic gematria. Like, dude, isn't that what cults do? Alternative remedies, and they're like, yeah, just drink. And they're a bunch of quacks. It's about that time. Alright. Sorry, I just gotta grab everything. Oh, the pic of the quack at the hospital is so lame. Yeah, with the little mask on his chin. The masked quacky. It does make for goofy memes, though. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're back. Hey, what's good, you guys? Just getting back. I don't know if I want to do a video stream so much. see if I can check this. I was thinking about, I wanted to do a panel stream soon, but I gotta wait, I think, for like a week for StreamYard to reboot itself for some reason. Even though I paid, it's not like automatic or something. What the hell? The hell kind of shit is that? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I gotta charge this one. Whoa. Is my thing glitching out? Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back in here. Just give me one moment. I gotta turn on my Bluetooth or whatever. Okay, cool. I should be back in here now. What happened to the one that said they were gonna sue you for using them in a meme? I know, right. Sorry, you know what? My internet had glitched out, so I'm not caught up in the chat because it glitched the chat, I think, a little bit. So let me see what you guys are saying. Old Jesuit using a green screen to pick a quackery. Yeah, your memes are hilarious. What happened to the one that said they were gonna sue you for using them in a meme? Oh yeah. That quack. They probably frauded the guy. They probably frauded that guy. Notice the quack didn't team up with that guy and do anything ever again. That'd be dope if they frauded the quack. I mean, the quack will lie and fraud them and say that they frauded him somehow, probably. Every time the quack makes up some story and lies, he lost his coffee sponsor because of the trolls. Quack! Oh, you know what? It's funny. No. 7 views. No. The only thing is, you know what's funny about that? If the quack ever did try to get another sponsor, we'll just do the same thing. We'll just put the fucking video meme of him quoting Hitler on we'll find the company's Twitter. We'll put the video meme Twitter post of him threatening Hitler, quoting Hitler and threatening people to buy his garbage fake gematria, and then we'll like post it all over whoever the sponsor is. We'll put it all over their Twitter. We'll do the exact same thing that we did last time, and then I'll start a live stream, live spaces on Twitter, and at them and put their name in the title with all the audio clips and everything, and then try to get them to join the spaces, which is exactly what we did. What happened last time to the quack on Twitter, because those people, the sales representative or the manager or somebody from the company that controls their Twitter actually did come into my spaces. There's audio of it on one of my old videos, and the guy literally, we were like, are you guys sponsoring Zachary K. Hubbard and Gematria? Like, what's up with that? And then they were like, well, we didn't know. They were like, we weren't aware of his rhetoric. We're gonna stop. We're not gonna sponsor him now. Like, we see what you're saying. They talked to us, and we were like, yeah, dude, no, you can't be like, having a like a terrorist guy as a you can't sponsor a terrorist guy for your company. Like that's not gonna work. That's no good. You can't do that. Let's see if you guys remember this shit. Let me see if I could find the audio of it. Dude, this shit's so goofy, bro. Here it is.
Good morning, everyone. Wake up with me and America. Say bye to the pop. While I travel with my Nana hydration mug. First start down the street, gotta join Lee. And the first sip, always
Sip, sip.
time to make my way to Beverly Hills and visit my balcony. Sip, sip, film some promo, and then that's a jerk flavor. Exception. Good morning, everyone. Wake up with me and Monero Coffee. Say bye to the pop.
Good morning, everyone. Woke up with me and Monero Coffee.
First start down the street, gotta join Lee.
Oh, show some of the memes? I want to. The only way I could do it is if I play one of my videos that has a bunch of memes because I'm using my phone and all the actual memes are on my phone, but I'm streaming with the phone. So like, here, I could show you guys this. Here's some of it. Let me see if I can. Look, remember this shit? I'll show you guys this one. I don't know if you could hear it. Remember Monero Coffee?
Good morning, everyone. Wake up with me and Monero Coffee. While I travel with my Nana hydration mug. First stop down the street, gotta join Lee. And the first sip, always time to make my way to Beverly Hills and visit my balcony. Sip, sip, film some promo, and then that's a jerk flavor. Explore.
That shit still makes me laugh. That's hilarious. You remember that one? I don't even have any comments on that video. It says I have one, but I can't see it. Oh, it's just Badger on there. He says, laughing my, Zachary K. Hubbard at 1983, laughing my ass off. Where did the coffee go? Dirtbag? That's the only, look, that's all it was. And once they quoting Hitler and Talmud and Torah to sell fucking gambling and calling it Gematria, they're like, oh shit, no way, we're not sponsoring this guy anymore. Yeah, they're gonna have a child. They're having a kid after the fact, Gambler. TD&E's gonna have a kid. Duh. Unfucking believable. Let's see if I can get my other stuff working. I don't know why it does that. It makes me restart it all the time. Sup. Damn, you guys liked that stream I did yesterday for some reason. I think I got a little like oh no, not again. They're calling back again from India. Dude, somebody's got to deal with these gambling frauds. Yeah, they are Antichrist. That's true, because Antichrist just means somebody that's against Christ for some reason. Anybody could be an Antichrist.
33 my time in India. Hi, D26, are you looking for work? Time is no big deal, it's okay. I usually stay up late looking for work anyways. Now you know I don't do much into the gambling. However, we have found many predates the Jesuit sun by 3,000 years. I'm also concerned I hear you might believe in the streaming gematria. You Zachary K. Hubbard are needed, however, to fight the Jesuits with this ancient magical code.
You know, my stream I did last night got banned in like many territories, but I don't know which ones. I'm not sure where they banned it, but it was like, it probably went viral and would have went worldwide, but they probably like banned it for fucking copyrights
But just like the Indian version.
in a lot of, I don't know what territories.
Did you check
for my Gmail?
I saw the code! So what is your thoughts on my gematria? What do you think about these 56s on ancient artifacts in India? I've been rather depressed. Nobody understands my 201s. And if you stop streaming, Gematrian, I won't know what to do. Hang in there, Gematrian. Hey, I know it can be hard for people awake to this knowledge. Hubbard! Don't worry about me, Hubbard. I'll be okay. And obviously from India, I'm not going to harm myself, Zakiri. Hey, if it's okay with you, they'll try to contact you in the morning. Is there a best time I might try to call you? You can try. I'm usually busy with the baby nowadays, but if you call, I will try to answer if I'm not calculating gematria values. Hubbard! Okay, Dr. Hubbard!
56 Gematria bots.
Indian, she wanna hang with an Indian. I wanna go to Australia. I wanna fuck with an Iggy. I'm getting lit off the shit. No, I don't fuck with no ciggies. I'm getting turned when I'm gambling. I'm trying to run up the money. Look how I'm carrying kick. I might just turn my Achilles. Ouch. No, I'm not country, but I fuck with Bama. Yeah, I'm a G.
Woo!
With that hammer. 21 told me I'm good in Atlanta. Tricking on bitches, I'm neon the Santa. BJ the Mumbai, come fuck with Cartier Bama. Ticket seat. When I go shopping,
I think I'm gonna go on vacation.
I fuck with it. I do. Wow. Hey, I'll tell you.
Gang. Quacky fucking cold today, fucks. Yeah. Again. Welcome back, true suckers. It's the Gematria News Show. It's your host, Zachary Hubbard. One already put the count on it. Gematria will never grow. It's a symbolic testimony of the fraud and lies I sell. My madness is my central plot. My sport picks are worse than Taco Bell. It's all the Jesuits. I am telling you losers right now. Jesuits are hiding everywhere. Chaos is their vow. I see 201 everywhere. Losers even on my house. Stupid loser. Trolls. Found out sweet lady is not my registered spouse. It's time, it's the Jesuit accuser. Brainwashing Gematrians like the abuser. We will decode day by day. Your numbers going down. When you troll, losers going to pay. It's the Jesuit excuser. Yes, it's the Jesuit excuser. Again. It's the Jesuit excuser. Chilling my bones of fraud of being exposed. The count on it podcast is now unfortunately closed. New Gematrians have a new idea to pitch to me. I'll take that idea and capitalize on it while I fraud you and drink my mother's pee. It's the Hubbard Jewish way to fraud and chill. You true suckers need to get on that Jesuit order pill. This time it's the Jesuit excuser. Brainwashing Gematrians like the abuser. We will decode day by day. Figure our numbers going down. When you troll, losers going to pay. It's the Jesuit excuser. accuser. Oh, look, chaotic truth is live right now. Perfect time to shoot my gambling pitch anyway. How? Fucking trash talking motherfuckers on this panel. You can't even know the 42 is in the Gematria channel. Moxie takes a jab at me, thinking it's weird to teach kids quacking code. Next Ben and Bob.
Should I start using the pill emoji for the quacks?
Load. It's the Jesu excuser. Brainwashing Gematrians like the abuser. We will decode day by day. Patreon numbers going down. When you troll, losers going to pay. It's the Jesu excuser. Yes, yes, it's the Jesu excuser. Again. It's the Jesu excuser.
You notice how the quack blames everybody else for like not doing fake gematria, that whatever he claims that the Jesuits are doing, he's like, it's your fault for you're not doing anything. You're not reciting gematria properly hardly enough. You're allowing them basically to K-word everyone with gematria by the code. That shit'll never not be funny. It's so accurate. I think somebody really should report the quack though for child endangerment and cyber crimes. I got a puff of bowl ski with you guys. Can you guys hear it? She recommends other remedies. She tries to sell them fucking boomers out of the back. Like when instead of getting the meds, they like try to. She's like, I know this guy. He has. You could microdose instead. It's more holistic. You could microdose boomers instead. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this stream. Really just kicking it with you guys. I'm gonna smoke a
If you're
bowl.
new here, there's 4 base ciphers of the English language, alphabetic order, reverse alphabetic order, both orders with numerology applied, very
Oh my god. Very elementary. Even a fucking 13-year-old could learn it. I'm quackery. We'll try to have a more chill stream. Look at the fucking meme of Sweet Lady. Look. Look. What does she do? Recommend them boomers instead? Like, what does he mean? Like, she often recommends holistic alternatives. Like, AKA buy some fucking mushroom microdose paper tabs from the quack or something? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Yo, what's good? 7 viewers. Hubbard Duck equals 666. That's hilarious. Hold on, you guys. Someone's hit me up. Hold on. Sorry, I had a text. You know what video's coming up next in the algorithm after this song? You wouldn't believe this. Don't be a menace to society in South Central or drinking your juice in the hood. Unbelievable. I'm not going to play it, though. The Count on It podcast theme song, that shit was goofy as fuck. Holy fuck. Jesuits in outer space. It's a little too much energy. A la Gematria, that's pretty chill. Here, you guys want the memes? You guys like the memes? That shit's hilarious. Hold on, let's run it back. Oh, that's you, Mighty Buffoon. What's up, man? Whoa. Hubbard, really? Hubbard, Duck Eagle 666? Are you a Gematrian? Are you a Gematriaholics? Sorry, guys. I have to do it like this.
Before the material world existed, before matter was constructed, before the demiurge declared himself God and built the prison you were born into, there was the Pleroma. Not heaven, not paradise, not some distant realm you access after death if you obeyed the right commandments. The Pleroma, the fullness, the totality, the infinite expanse of divine consciousness.
Mighty Buffoon, are you a Gematrian? Are you Gematriaholic?
Death is not possible because nothing is born, where time does not pass.
Dude, how did you even figure out how to the code? I mean, that's like you put Hubbard Duck in the calculator.
They describe it as what you are.
Is that that 6 cipher or whatever?
Frequency you operated at before the fall, before incarnation. Before
Dude, that's just as bad as King Henry equals 666. I mean, that's bad news. Like that, if Hubbard Duck equals 666, I mean, what does that tell you? That's like, it might be the Antichrist.
The moment you recognize that you originated there and can return there, the entire framework of religious salvation collapses. Because the pleroma is not something.
Oh my God, they're teaching some cult knowledge? Jesus Christ. Does my chat still work?
And remembering does not require permission from priests. It does not require sacraments. It does not require...
Oh yeah, it looks like it's good. I think it was the English ordinal base 6 cipher. Let me go check. You know what I like about your Gematrian? Your fucking Gematrian is like totally different from the one the quacks are doing.
It treats Gnostic cosmology.
That's hilarious.
Ancient philosophy with no practice.
Like, who does that one?
This is the complete...
Who made that one, that cipher? I think we looked it up in that last stream. It was like from like the Nazis or some shit.
Sophia's fall, the creation of the material prison, and most...
They said they were using it to communicate in codes in like World War I and World War II.
It is your future.
Or something like that.
And for some,
it's some type of cryptography.
Accessible right now.
It's not even Jayish, it's like fucking Nazi and shit. It's like from Germany. Or it was like from... I forget what that article I found said, what that cipher was.
In the next 2 hours, you'll learn the complete cosmological framework from primary Gnostic sources, including the Apocrypha.
I don't know, it's weird. I don't know what to make of this, because the quack says, according to the quack, if you believe the quack, he says that the Nazis were modeled after the Jesuits, but if you look up actual research, it says that Jesuits were like, some of them were killed and persecuted by Nazis, so I don't know which one it is, actually. I don't believe the quack, actually. I believe the actual research more than I believe the quack. I don't think the Nazis or the Jesuits. I just don't believe that. Maybe they were like all in cahoots with the Pope or something. Like, you know, the Vatican always like whatever, like honors everyone, but that doesn't really mean it's the same thing.
This is not symbolic poetry for academics to debate. This is the literal structure of consciousness itself, as mapped by practitioners.
The German Nazis were not Jesuit priests. Like, I hate to break it to the quacks, but they really weren't. It's really different factions.
Let's begin with what the text actually says.
I know Garrow is wrong with that. Elvis Trump will be the Antichrist. I know that, dude. That's stupid as fuck. That doesn't even make any logical sense. Like, what planet are you on?
Pure consciousness.
Dude, you know what? That's so quacky that you say that. Thanks, Mighty Buffoon. Dude, it's so quacky that you say that. That reminds me of this song that I made. It's called Jesuits in Outer Space. Dude, that's like, Gematria is outer space. Your Gematria is outer space. On 8-4, Trump won't get his head wound. His work is the biggest joke on the site. Dude, I think it's equally as stupid as the Jesuit Gematria. The Jesuit Gematria that they find doesn't even tie these 4 ciphers in English. Like, they break it to you, but that's... I trust the Bible. I have found proof that Prince Henry was Christ. I found the hidden Bible codes. Yeah, but... I mean, really? Really? Are you a Gematriaholic? How do you know that it's proof? Like, because you know why I say that? Because Prince Henry isn't in the Bible. Prince Harry's not in the Bible. Maybe you're like just applying something on some code from the Nazis from World War II onto the Bible, which is kind of weird. But I don't know, man. When you find 666s, you can find 666s and all kinds of goofy. Even fucking Hubbard Duck equals 666 in some gematria. The name Harry is in the Bible? Interesting. Is that like when they do Bible gematria? Is that how? Is there any like? There's got to be a book we could find on like step by step how to do actual Bible gematria, and we'll see if it actually does line up with doing Bible gematria. Maybe you're onto something, but I mean, it seems like you could just apply any gematria to the Bible, but that doesn't make it the actual true method or formula of doing Bible gematria, which there's actual books on. Like, I would still kind of argue it about that a little bit.
You must not be fucking gay.
I don't know if you just don't understand what I'm saying or what, like. The code or whatever would have to match the way that you're supposed to do Bible gematria. There's like a certain, I don't know, like there's some certain way or purpose or use of doing gematria on the Bible, but I mean, you would have to be a devout, faithful religious follower to like go that far into like actually learning some gematria, but who knows? Maybe it's on the new astronumeric calculator. Oh no, not this guy again. Really?
How are you doing today, Mr. Hubbard?
Really? You're calling back again? Jesus Christ. Horizontally, the words read Antichrist. I know, but that might not be the way that you're supposed to do Bible gematria on the Bible. That might not be like a method of Bible gematria. Like, I'm not sure if that's actually part of the Bible or like, I mean, I'm sure it's in there, whatever you're saying that you found, but that might not be the spiritual correlations that are supposed to actually be made with doing Bible gematria. No, I've seen it. Like, I see your gematria, but you don't know the work I have done, so you can't make a true answer for my conclusion. You know, I really don't. I'm not an expert on doing gematria in the Bible, so maybe it's King Henry. But it's kind of like still though, like it's like finding a 201. Like, okay, we found out but we cracked the Bible code of King Henry being the Antichrist in the Bible, but then maybe that is the case or something, or it's like written to the script or something, but what are we supposed to do about that? Because you can't really like attack like the royal family. You would need like a whole army. Well, it's kind of like finding a 201. You're like, oh, we found a 666. And then like, all right, now what? Is everybody supposed to like start saying it or? Well, I am convinced that Prince Henry will be the Antichrist. It is fine if you are still unsure. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Like, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to do gematria in the Bible, but my understanding is that you're supposed to use it. My understanding is the only thing that you're supposed to do gematria for, even in the Bible, would be like, I don't know, like make correlations between scriptures or meanings in scriptures. Like the only gematria that I'm aware of that's really in the Bible is when they have like it's like 115 fish and whatever. Like I don't know. It's like in some type of metaphors.
You can try. I'm usually busy with the baby nowadays. ways, but if you call, I will try to answer. If I'm not calculating gematria.
No, that's what I like about you, Mighty Buffoon. It's not like you're not like yelling at me, like saying, you have to believe it's King Henry. You're just saying the codes that you found, which I could respect that a lot more than like what the quacks do. Take away your gematria or what you believe in or whatever, but I'm saying, like, it seems kind of like finding a 201. Like, all right, we found the 201. Now what do we do? I guess you're just supposed to be aware of the Antichrist. The more you know, I suppose. I simply try to present the evidence. No, it's interesting. It's different. Like, I don't know what the thing is with the 6 cipher, though. Because it seems like that cipher wasn't created till, like, probably 1,000 years after the Bible was created. So, like, what reason do you apply said cipher to the Bible? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, how could you apply a cipher that was created like thousands of years later after the Bible was written, but there's already Bible gematria in the Bible? I don't understand why you would then like cross-link the extra latter ciphers, overlay it onto the Bible. I mean, I guess, that's like you're cracking code, you're doing cryptography and stuff, but you know what they really use cryptography for is like in computers and like in the army and sending secret codes to like, they'll like code a message that they want to send to like the other admiral or whatever, you know what I mean? That's what actually my understanding of doing the ciphering is really about. But I guess you could put those over the Bible. I mean, for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe I just don't understand. The 6 cipher simply confirms the original Hebrew cipher. I do have Hebrew gematria results for Harry that also equals 666. The Bible is like, dude, this stuff gets so convoluted and weird though, because like, why would his name in Hebrew gematria correlate to the Bible? Like, why would it go back into Hebrew from the Bible? And what are those numbers? Because those are probably really high numbers. Are those like the numbers for the date of the coming, like when the Antichrist emerges or something? Or I don't know. My originally discovery was in standard Hebrew gematria. Yeah, but that's weird though. Like you're translating something that's in English from the Bible back into Hebrew, which is like backwards. But I don't know. Because the Hebrew is not in the Bible. The Hebrew would be found in like Hebrew, in like any other, like, like religious rabbinical literature and stuff like that. Jewish religious mysticism and Jewish I don't think, wouldn't there have to be a confirmation from like the Hebrews put the name Henry, they use the name Henry like predictively, when they made the Bible, that one of the scribes like put the gematria for Henry in there, like from Hebrew. Like there would have to be some like direct link for that like occurrence, or like what is this all just magical or step 1, translate his name in English letters to yeah, but why? Why would the gematria go backwards like that? I don't like, and then that's an English name, so translating it into Hebrew doesn't really make sense. The only reason I feel like you're trying to do something like that is because you know deep down that gematria is Hebrew. Gematria is Hebrew, bro. So putting his name into Hebrew doesn't really mean anything. I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. You have to translate it to get the Hebrew letters. Yeah, but why? Why would you take an English guy's name and put it like an English like prince or king or whatever he is, and then put it back into the like it's a totally different culture. It really doesn't go like that. I mean, yeah, I guess you're quote unquote like you think you're doing gematria, but that's not what gematria actually is. I don't understand what it's supposed to mean. Like, what's the number that it equals in Hebrew? Is it the same numbers as in the sixth cipher? And then why sixth cipher and why the Hebrew? Like, I don't get it. I'm not trying to hate on you. I listened to the pastor guy. I listened to that, but it wasn't really like I felt like he didn't understand what he was doing. And I don't think he was like supposed to be doing gematria like that or whatever he was doing. I thought it was really, 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 really weird. It would have to be Hebrew to be the Antichrist. Oh, because is that a concept from, you know what, apocalypticism? Hold on, let me look this up. I want to show you guys something. Apocalyptic. Yeah, look, let's see where this comes from. It
seems to impart a sense of eternal truth, though what it means.
Let me see if this video if this is the right one that I'm thinking about. This channel did a really good video about like the ideology of apocalypticism and where it like how it kind of like emerged through history and religions and became religious doctrine, but it wasn't really, it doesn't come from where you think it comes from. Like, look, like, all right, let me see if this makes sense.
Means is often utterly beyond all.
Dr. Justin Sledge did an excellent video about this.
Any effort at all. And some.
Let me see, it's called.
The mystical experience is one of profound paradox. It occurs within the profound depths of interiority, and yet it often has totally life-altering effects. It seems to impart a sense of eternal truth, though what it means is often utterly beyond all articulation in words. It can come all at once without any effort at all.
Okay, this video is not the one I'm looking for, but it's really interesting too that I found this for looking up the apocalypticism. It says it's called How Ancient Apocalyptic Jewish Esotericism Laid the Foundations of Christianity. So we're kind of like on the same page a little bit, but
beyond language and logic. And yet there are mystical experiences so
you have to translate any name into Hebrew letters so you can calculate it in the Hebrew cipher. It is required not matter what language you start with, whether it is English, Russian, German, etc.
Jesus movement seems to have had just such experiences throughout his lifetime. Sometime after his
so you can get back to the Jewish ideology, like the apocalyptic meaning. Is that what, like, you see what I mean? Like you're doing, what I'm trying to show here is that these ideas are from Jewish religion. So, I mean, is that your religion? Like, even in real gematria and Jewish religion, they're not supposed to do gematria on people's names because it's used prophetically, which is something that they're not supposed to do with gematria because it doesn't corroborate the religion that when you do that.
World-altering mystical vision some 14 years later, while vying for apostolic authority.
doesn't, what I'm trying to say, it doesn't corroborate the metaphor of the teaching within the religion, like goes outside of the bounds of what the metaphors taught in religion are supposed to mean. Like, it takes you away from the actual, like, learning the true meaning of said teaching or whatever from religion, and it kind of like goes out of bounds of what it actually is and what it's supposed to be, and it gets into like this area, this gray area of you're kind of like, they call it speculative gematria, and it's really like not
may form the basis for
the way that they, I mean, I guess a bunch of rabbis probably argue about this a lot, but
thus an incredibly ancient esoteric.
yeah, no, if you're trying to like achieve the actual spiritual faith of a religion, you don't want to go out into like off onto into these rabbit holes of like esoterics where you're just looking for something evil and dark, because then you miss the whole point of the religion. You know, like you're missing the teaching. You're just doing gematria, some type of speculative gematria, but you're missing the teaching of the gematria, of the teaching of the religion. Like you're out of bounds of the faith, basically.
Here on YouTube for free. I hope you consider supporting my work on Patreon.
Harry is Mount Blatton Windsor, translated into Hebrew letters and calculated into Hebrew cipher equals 666.
Paul, a likely adept of the ancient cherry mysticism. That mysticism that perhaps ultimately gave us Christianity. I'm Dr. Justin Sledge, and welcome to Esoterica, where we explore the arcane. History.
How do you okay, let's take your decode for Henry from the Bible on full faith. What do you think it was that made the rabbis put the code for Henry into the Bible? Like, why do you think they put Henry as the 666 in the Bible? And what passage? I mean, maybe like what, King Henry did it? King Henry? Whoever wrote the Bible, King James did it?
Corinth in the Peloponnese in the mid-50s of the common
I found
era,
enough of my information straight from the Bible that confirms what I have discovered.
Metropolitan center, thus raising the stakes for its
not missing anything.
Paul's larger agenda. In fact, Paul lived
you have to translate any name. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where it says that. I've found stuff where it says for them, like if you're like a Jewish and you're like practicing your religion and learning from a rabbi and they were teaching you, I'm pretty sure they teach them not to do it on names. Like it's literally antithetical to what they actually are doing.
Which all taught messages that apparently contradicted.
Maybe the Bible tells you to do that, but it's not part of what it says to do in like the actual like Jewish faith.
In fact, they seem to impugn.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't fucking studied with a rabbi for like 10 years, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read. It was like how they actually do gematria, and it was like on the Chabad website.
Several letters to this fledgling community at Corinth, one of which became 1 Corinthians.
Those are very different things too, by the way, like the Jewish mysticism stuff and the Bible, what the Bible is actually.
We now call 2 Corinthians.
You have to do it based on names.
12,
you have to do it based on names? Yeah, according to the Bible though, but when you translate it into Hebrew and then what you're doing with it in English, what you're using it for in English when you translate it into Hebrew isn't even something that they would like do in Hebrew. Like why would the rabbis put that into the Bible? Like I don't get it.
He didn't know Jesus during Jesus' lifetime.
In the book of Revelation, it states directly that you have calculate the man who is the beast and his number is 666. That's what it says in the Bible.
Peter did. The message of the fledgling.
But when you into Hebrew, then and you're doing gematria stuff on someone's name, that's foreboding. Like these things aren't actually matching. Problem. The only problem I see is that
what he's been doing for the past 14 years.
These are two very weird, different type of things.
Especially to non-Jews.
That
In
is
order to do
why
so,
I'm doing it in
establish that
several
very
ciphers.
authority, Paul seems to reveal a secret.
I guess, I mean, you're
Something
finding
so
codes
esoteric
in
that
ciphers in
even he
English.
conceals his own identity in the first few lines. But
Okay, you can be doubting all this,
the
Cuts.
entire
Yeah.
section of 2 Corinthians.
I don't know, because my understanding is different. Like, maybe,
Paul writes,
I don't know.
"It is
I've heard
necessary
stuff
to
about all
boast
this stuff
not
that maybe
to
you're not aware of,
but
because it doesn't
I
seem like you know what I'm
go
talking
on
about.
visions and
Like, you're not
revelations
supposed to
of
do
the Lord.
gematria on a
I see
person's
that
name in
Luke is
Hebrew. That's
quoting,
not what you're,
I know a
that's not how you do
Christ who
gematria. You're not
14
supposed to
years
do
ago
that in gematria,
was
actually.
caught up
It's like
with
verboten
their
in
heaven
gematria
of
to
the
do gematria on
Gentiles
people's names.
corporeal. Whether in the body or not in the body, I don't know.
But then in the Bible, it tells you to do it. It's like, use a bunch of ciphers. And it doesn't tell you what ciphers to use. So you can just use whatever cipher. You could make up a cipher, and you could make up a cipher that you like divided the letters and numbers by 666 and to make some word equal 666. So, I mean, just, yeah, go about and make up a cipher on someone's name that will equal 666 in some type of gematria. Like, they're like, that's what it's telling you to do, but is that really right? Or, because it doesn't tell you what cipher to do it.
Not be a fool, for I will be speaking the truth. For
You don't know what I'm talking about either.
So that no one.
I know, it seems like you're really adamant about it, and I'm like, I'm not really that like religious even. So when I hear someone saying that this guy is the Antichrist and all this, I'm like, I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not stupid. I understand what you're like looking at and stuff. I just don't know what do you think it means? What do you think we should be done about this? I don't make up a cipher. I'm simply using many ciphers. What cipher does it say to use to fucking decode the name of the mark of the beast? I mean, really?
3 times I appealed.
Does it say that you're supposed to use 4 ciphers in English? Does it say you're supposed to use the 6th cipher? Does it say you're supposed to like backwards tabulate it back into Hebrew and then do like blasphemous Hebrew gematria on someone's name? Or like I don't get it. Like,
my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may dwell in me. There I am.
I'm not stupid either. I totally understand like all this type of stuff, and I know what it is.
For whenever I am weak, then.
And in many ciphers, there are calculations that all result. No, but you're not answering my question. Where in the Bible does it say what cipher for you to use?
Not at all inferior to these super apostles, even though I.
And in many ciphers, there are calculations that all result in his numbers equaling 666.
With signs.
How many ciphers?
In mighty words. This passage may well be
and
one
why?
of the most.
Does it say to use those ciphers?
In the New Testament. In an effort to establish the legitimacy of Paul's very role as an apostle.
Hold on, this isn't actually the video that I'm looking for. I wonder if I can go on this guy's channel. Apocalypse and Apocalypticism. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, there we go. Here. Apocalypticism.
Experience.
Why am I not able to find this video? It's gonna be hard because there's so many. I've played this video before. Nowhere in the Bible or in Hebrew religious documents tell you exactly what cipher to use. No, but that's not true. In Hebrew, there's a specific way to do gematria, specific to Hebrew. Like it's very specific. There's a bunch of ciphers in Hebrew, and you guys aren't doing any of them. There's a certain way that gematria actually works, and none of it is in English. The Bible does state he who has wisdom can calculate the number of the beast, and the beast number is 666. But then what does it also say is that it's the number of a man? Show you the correct cipher? All right, let me see if I can find this. I'll show you. Hebrew Gematria calculator. Is it this one? Oh, here it is. Torah Calc. All right. Let me show you guys something. This is the only real Gematria calculator right here. It's called Torah Calc. You see that? Torah Calc. No, I'm not showing you just a cipher. I'm showing you all the Gematria ciphers. Look, here's the first one. It's called, you've never even learned this. You don't even know what this is. Look, this is Gematria. The first cipher, it's called Misbar Hekrachi. All right? And that's a certain cipher. This one, the next one, Misbar Gadol, is another cipher. Misbar Siduri is another cipher in Gematria. Mispar Katan is another cipher in Gematria. Mispar Parati is another cipher in Gematria. These are all the actual ciphers in Gematria. They're just ciphers, but it's not Gematria. These are Gematria ciphers. Look, Mispar Shammai, or the Milui, is a Gematria cipher. Misbar Nilam is a Gematria cipher. Misbar Musafi is a method of Gematria ciphering. Like, you don't even know what this is. You guys are calling your shit Gematria and you're not even doing Gematria. The only way you're doing Gematria is if you know all these ciphers and you study like the Torah and the Talmud and like rabbinical literature and stuff, like unbelievable. And the look, here's another one. It's called Atbash. You can click on all these too. There's Albam, Mispar Bona is another one. Like literally 0% of what you guys are doing is actually Gematria whatsoever at all. Look, here's another one, Mispar. Have you ever heard of this? I mean, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do Gematria? No, you don't. You don't, actually. You've seen these ciphers before, really? Then how come you guys don't do Gematria? If you guys are doing Gematria, you would be like decoding Jewish mysticism religion in fucking all this shit. Mispar Mishlosh, Mispar Haktor, Mispar Mispari, Mispar Katan Mispari, Mispar Kolel. There's Akbai, there's Atbach, Atbosh, there's Ayak Atbach, there's Ophanim, Okus Beta, Avgad, and reverse Abgad. You guys are telling me you're fucking doing Gematria? I don't think so. You study the Torah? Do you, Mighty Buffoon, you study the Torah? You have used all the Hebrew ciphers? Okay, well, maybe you knew. Maybe you know. So you be just like busting down all this stuff. Like, you just Hebrew to that level? Like, really? No, I don't study the Torah? Okay, then you don't do Gematria. I'm sorry, but you don't. Yeah, this explains all of, this is a whole list. Like, this is a whole chart. Explain all the ciphers in Gematria. Look, this is all these ciphers. When you expand the page, it tells you what the ciphers are. Yeah, that's ridiculous. They have some of those ciphers bring the numbers way high into like the trillions, hundreds of thousands. You can do gematria without studying the Torah. What the fuck, dude? No, because you don't know you're not doing gematria unless you are studying the Torah and doing gematria in the Torah. That's the only actual gematria. You're not supposed to just play around with gematria if you don't know what you're doing. You're not supposed to take it outside of what they're actually teaching. That's when it all goes haywire. Because then what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong about King Henry? But what are you guys, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, we're supposed to get up in arms and pitchforks or something? Like, I don't get it. What's the point of looking at him for him maybe being a suspect of an Antichrist? See, that's the problem. That's why like from my understanding in Jewish gematria, you're not supposed to use gematria on people's names because then you start like making predictive accusations against people. They use it maliciously, basically. It can be used really maliciously. That's like if I said, I translated your name, Admiral Mighty Buffoon, into Jewish gematria and it equals 666. So you're the devil or some shit. Like, and what I'm saying is not my opinion either. It's facts. You're not supposed to stir up with like these numbers if it's not really like in good faith, I guess you could say. I have never said that Prince Henry is the Antichrist. I don't understand what you're doing, bro. I'm lost. Okay, you found a 666 and I found a bunch of quacky 201s. No, you're good. I'm not mad at you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just trying to like, I just sound loud because it echoes in here and I want you guys to hear us having this discussion, I suppose. Yeah, it's your opinion. No, I get it. You're good. I just wanted to show you guys all those gematria ciphers. There's like, let me count them. There's like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 different actual gematria ciphers on this calculator, Torah Calc, and there are other more hidden secret ciphers in Jewish mysticism that you have to probably learn through like rabbinical literature that you probably don't know how to find, which I don't either. So that's why I mean, you guys don't, none of you guys are actually doing gematria. Damn, I wish I could find that video about... Let me see if I can get on this guy's channel. Oh, come on.
Represent working Californians and stand up to the corporate specialists.
But I have never defamed Harry. I only state the fact with my opinion. I actually tell people to form their own opinion from the evidence that I have found. No, that's what I mean, though. I don't understand what opinion, like, what's your opinion, like, about it? Like, what kind of opinion would you expect somebody to form?
He apparently underwent some 14 years prior. In fact, he seems positively
Like, what am I supposed to make of that?
Paul's always kind of tortured about something.
I am cool with you not convinced of what I am convinced of. Yeah, no, that's all good.
He's tortured to even bring it up at all.
Sorry to call you a Gematrian and all that stuff, but this is Gematriaholics Anonymous, and I am open to like changing minds and thinking a little deeper about all of this stuff. And your gematria is very different from most of the other people that do gematria. My people believe that many people believe Obama will be the Antichrist.
Underwrite his entire vocation as an apostle of Christ over.
Many people believe that Trump will be the Antichrist. No, I agree. Like, I get it. A lot of people think it's like the Jesuits or something.
Despite the highly elliptical nature of what his mystical disclosure was, what are we to make?
What do they think? Do they think the Jesuits are the Antichrist, or like? I don't get it.
Apostle of Jesus the Christ. Let's not hold these two questions.
They're gonna destroy.
You think?
They're gonna destroy the world, or?
If we want to understand Paul's mystical experiences.
Let me see if I could find this video I'm actually looking for. Wait, how do I go to his channel?
We might just turn historical Jewish source.
Oh, okay, here we go. This is his channel. Okay, there we go. I wonder if I could find this video easy enough. This dude has so many videos about all this stuff.
When we
I'm like, what I'm trying to get at is looking at the apocalypticism itself, which is a video I'm looking for. I just want to put it on my stream again for the discussion. But it's really, really, really hard to find because this guy has tons of videos.
discussions of God.
Maybe if I search for it. On his channel, maybe I'll find it.
Historical Jewish sources of the time, or near about, considering Jesus and his followers.
Maybe he just talks about it in one of these videos, but I thought he had a whole video about it. That seems like a pretty far out prophecy though, because that might be like past our lifetime, so we'll never know anyways.
Mid-20th century discovery of the Nag Library, a collection of 13 ancient books, primarily
Many people think King Charles will be the Antichrist. I am, though, in the belief that Prince Henry is who will be the Antichrist someday. It will be in the 2050s when it seizes the kingdom. Yo, what's good, Monkey? Yo, I wouldn't call them human or people with souls. In the book of Daniel, I have found verses where King Charles III cannot be the Antichrist. I don't know what to make of all this. Dude, I don't really want to start researching the Bible necessarily either, because every time you look at it, like, I haven't really looked at it lately, but like when you look at the Bible, it's like so many just like this thing and that thing, and like, Jesus Christ, it's like a whole lot, like quacky catalog of like numbered catalogs of just like different like weird metaphors of like old stuff that like could apply to the future maybe, or it's supposed to be like an old story of something but like applies to you or something. Gematria brainworm, I hope karma gets them. Yeah, anyone who was a gematrian or speaks about it gets thrown out of my car. Yeah, no shit. Slated in the Bible is the Antichrist is the unexpected ruler who has to use flattery. I don't know. I'm lost, bro. I don't. There's so much quacky shit in the Bible, bro. And I'm not like trying to hate on the Christians. Like, I get it. There's metaphors for people of like historical stuff or whatever that could be helpful or whatever. I'm not like trying to fraud the Christians or nothing. Stated in the Bible is that the Antichrist is an expected ruler who has to use flattery to gain power over the kingdom. Interesting. What if we go into some new other system though that like doesn't have anything to do with any of that shit? The beast system would probably throw all that ideology out of the window too, by the way, so it wouldn't even be the same thing what you were talking about anymore by that time. Like, it would get so twisted into some other thing. I don't know. I kind of think if there was an Antichrist, it would be something like an AI robot or like the beast system. I always thought of it like as a computer. Like, I don't think it's a person. Maybe they put the person into the computer, but I think that's what the whole thing about it all is whether you let them put you into the computer or not. That's what it is. That's what we're really talking about, in my opinion. And then, because they put you in there in a way, maybe, I guess, but they could also, I suppose, where you wouldn't want to go in there. Yeah, I know, Space Monkey, it's crazy work, bro. In my life, I have never met such horrible human beings and dishonest people in my life. They don't deserve to be enlightened. They abuse everything that's true. Maybe next time around they remain ignorant. I think the powers that be, have a lot of setting up to do before the beast system will be implemented in the next life or something. Yeah, they are horrible, bro. They still need to get their cryptocurrency going. I know. That's what that whole story about that lady that got whatever ixnayed in Africa was about. The CEO guy that like got away with it or whatever. Was from a big crypto company. I forget what it was called. It was like Asymmetric crypto, that's what it was. Huh, I made a song about it, but I can't play it because it's on my other thing. It's on my phone. Maybe this video. This isn't the one I'm looking for, but this is about apocalypticism. Let me see if this is decent. The Esoterica video about apocalypticism is the best one. It's just really, I'm having a hard time finding it.
I've taken it in a little lighthearted way, so hopefully it'll be a combination.
Oh, this video is some guy's lecture. Oh no. Down a rabbit hole going nowhere.
So, apocalypticism, which is to say,
They think they're enlightened, but they're actually confused and crazy and misled. I know, it's crazy work, bro. It's crazy work. They're looking for the Jesuits doing gematria. I mean, you're so far off the right path, it's like insane, dude. That's crazy work.
All right, and then, of course, though, nowadays, I think there's more than...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Mighty Buffoon. Yep, I have research about that, like the actual science research stuff.
Apocalypse, that God is going to destroy the world as an idea that people have been thinking of for thousands of years.
Divine apocalypse.
But more recently, obviously, we have lived under the shadow of...
I think apocalypticism is an old ideology that's like still permeating in society, and I don't think it's really true, because in the span of time, I mean, sure, there is catastrophe like in the greater span of time, but I think there's more span of time where there's like less. Like the Earth could go on for millions of years more, in my opinion.
The best response to it was to ignore it.
And so they're using.
It could be, yeah, so another
Even if they had a human nuclear apocalypse with humans, like I think life will still go beyond that. Like it's not like the end of everything.
Nuclear brinksmanship between the two nuclear superpowers, which might have just totally made the world unlivable in hours.
It's the apocalypse for all those people at that time, but
human-caused climate change that has the potential to make.
I mean, unless like a giant meteorite crashes into the planet and eliminates everything, but
to the point where we cause ourselves economic.
Rachel Meghan Markle is 666.
But in the sense that
Jesus
in
Christ.
such a slow-moving way.
Hubbard Duck is 666.
Able as a species to either largely ignore it or do this ostrich thing of burying our heads in sand and hoping it's going to go away.
Damn, that's not the video I want to find. Oh well, I'll just listen to this one.
Sources of the time or near about, considering Jesus and his followers, including Paul, they were all Jewish, precisely until Paul began his ministry to the Gentiles.
I look at this stuff as more of like history than I like take it as religion. I look at it as like history.
On these verses.
Like you're just looking at a history documentary.
As far as I can tell, not a single scholar prior to 1901 even thought to ask the question, and what is probably...
I get it that it's religion though, like hella people just like die hard believe it and like think a bunch of weird, like different, whatever they think.
Understood since it occurred in the 40s of the Common Era. It's only been since the 20th century, really starting in the 1980s, that scholars have reluctantly even begun to put a spotlight on the esoteric and apocalyptic character of Paul's mysticism and how his mysticism was absolutely decisive in his religious trajectory. In fact, centuries of especially Protestant scholarship systematically sidelined this mystical element of Paul's vocation in a spectacularly biased and frankly stupid attempt to make Paul out to be a kind of proto-humanist Lutheran, detached from all that icky, superstitious Catholic nonsense.
Dude, I'm sorry, Mighty Buffoon. I can't, bro. Like, really?
Mystic? Gott in Himmel? No. But
we're trying to help people cure themselves of Gematriaholism.
Siegel, Tabor,
I don't even know who Meghan Markle even is.
Still now, we now have a much firmer grasp on what the nature of the mysticism that Paul's referring to.
I don't know what to make of that.
The foundations for the very earliest elements of Christian theology. Yeah, I think it's that important.
What does that mean? Something good or bad is going to happen to them at that date, or
mystical literature from the centuries around
that's when they're born?
Actually describe people ascending into supernal realms, really descending into them, hearing strange, unutterable words.
They're born on 666 date numerology, so they're like, they are hiding a tail. Probably they're probably hiding a tail in their pants or their up their skirt.
Of this mystical tradition, now known to scholars.
I've known real people. They aren't real or good people. Never befriend a Gematrian. Cults always have the worst people. I know. I've known real people, not trash people. I know, same.
Now, to be sure, visionary accounts of the
I know more real people than I know Gematrians, but I do know some of the Gematrians, and they're pretty quacky. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it how quacky they are. It's crazy work.
But later literature would greatly expand the genre, including, of course, famously the books of Enoch, which detail positively elaborate journeys through the heavens and hell, the Gehinnom, and the transformation of Enoch into a kind of...
Dude, even the people that I used to would have considered to be trash people that I know, like, I don't even look at them as that bad anymore compared to the Gematrians. Like, when you compare the average, like, junky, trashy type of person to, like, a Gematrian, they're, like, hella, like, more upstanding good people. It's crazy.
So, there's that. I've done a whole lot.
I don't even judge them that much anymore. They're not even that bad. They're not even as bad as like most of the quacks.
However, what isn't clear from these texts of the apocalyptic period is the degree to which they are just narrative.
Holy fuck, dude. Mighty Buffoon, just get it out, bro. Like, just put it, dude, just every fucking code, man.
Formed by mystical experiences. Now, in my opinion,
breathe in the Gematria. Breathe out the Gematria.
In some substantial way, mystical experiences and represents the literary uptake.
I'm only a quack when it comes to Prince Harry. That's hilarious.
Into angels is already something attested in.
I like the Prince Harry Gematria because it's like way different than the quack's Gematria. But it's still like, in my opinion, it's still kind of quacky Gematria, but it's different, so it makes the quacks mad.
As if they were angels, transformed into angels.
They don't like it when you have a better Gematria. Like,
we have lots of manuscripts of this. It seems to have been popular. So
yeah, you're not like a quack. Like, you're not like trying to quack at people like hella crazy, like pushing it or whatever.
Transformed into a glorified angel-like being before the chariot.
That's fine if you think I'm a quack. No, I just think the Gematria is a little quacky. I would call you a quack if you were like hell of insisting on it and like doing like rat garbage to try to push it.
Rabbinical sources from around
You're just like a junior quack. I know.
Again, surely expressing speculation.
You're not even as bad as the average quack. Like the average quack would be death threatening me already, and I would have to block him and get him up out of here.
Techniques can be taught, which means they were being taught, and a tale about the perils of the.
I mean, you are pretty quacky though, bro. I mean, you fucking do that fucking hairy Gematria like there's no other.
Your day Merkava, descenders to the chariot. But in the Mishnah, a compilation of Jewish lore and mostly law, redacted around 200 Common Era, records the following prohibition at Sagiga 2:1. It is not permitted to sound upon forbidden sexual relationships with even free people. 2.
You're a quack, bro. Admit it. You're Gematrian.
And understand
You're a Gematriaholic. You're doing fucking Prince Harry Gematria in my chat, and I'm like, dude, all right, just breathe, get it out, lay it down. I mean,
what is above,
let the brainwash get brainwashed. The only rabbit hole they will go down in is insanity.
It would also be fitting that he should not have ever come into the world. While the Mishnah is, again, rather elliptic here, like most Mishnah for an entire commentary literature, that becomes the entirety of the Talmud's a prohibition on expounding certain topics to students. More sensitive topics requiring.
I'm just putting it on Twitter in case I die. I'll go back down as Nostra Quack Buffoon, and people will talk about me in the future. Right. Not real people.
Circles, kind of para-rabbinic literature, but the prohibition.
They're gonna probably fraud you in the future if you try to do that, because then they're gonna make like a robot out of you, and that'll like just be like the Prince Henry bot.
Or a wise person, probably an indication of strict rabbinical ordination. You need to be already up there to do this ascent.
Just kidding. I hope they don't do that.
Understanding from his own knowledge. That second qualification, that one requirement we have to add. This is a term that at the time, and kind of still today, including in the Dead Sea Scrolls back then, often implies esoteric insider knowledge. Now, this might refer to either first-hand experience of the mystical ascent. You know, you can only talk shop with people that have been on the same mystical journey as you, or at least they have gained some preliminary knowledge from these mystical journeys, which are recorded in the literature that circulated among these groups.
They'll make an AI robot of it. I know they have our doppelgangers. They probably have goofy ass shows in Chinese that are like, it's like us, but it's like the Chinese version of it.
About the world and not taking care about the divine glory or the
like there's a Chinese. They already have a bootleg Mighty Buffoon. Probably knockoff. They probably have like a fake cut somewhere. Like they probably have a fake fucking Badger. They probably have a fake fuck. Can you imagine Chinese knockoff Zachary K. But it's like all in Chinese or some shit, and he's like, I don't know how to really speak Chinese and do that, but can you imagine that, like the Chinese bootleg knockoff fucking Quacky?
It's gonna matter a lot in just a moment. Further, we learned from the Tosefta, a literature.
Quacky's part of that agenda, by the way. His Mighty Networks, those people at Mighty Networks, the CEOs. Those people like are highly involved in bots and creating your digital twins. That's what they're like building right now, basically. They want to replace you with a robot. Fake cuts AI robot mocks the fake Duck Hubbard AI robot. Right. They have like a Chinese version of CT. Could you imagine that? Like the Chinese CT?
But the core of it is this. 4 men mystically ascended into the Pardes. This is a Persian loan word into Hebrew or Aramaic. Actually, it's a word for garden, but the English word paradise actually comes from the same Persian word, a kind of supernal divine realm. There they encounter something that kills Ben Azai, drives Ben Zoma insane, and causes Acher, the other one. This is a definite title for the Archbishop in Abuya.
You know why they're doing it, bro? Because it's so fucking goofy, bro. It's funny as fuck. Like, what do you think they're gonna do? Of course they're gonna try to do that. It's fucking hilarious.
Not teaching this stuff to non-chachamim.
Maybe it's not as so sinister as we think. It's just funny as fuck.
Again, all of these men were real historical personages in the period of what is called the Tanaim, the period of the folks that composed the Mishnah. In other lore, we learn what they encountered that led to their death and insanity was a kind of illusion where the pure marble pavement of heaven, perhaps actually composed of Ezekiel's chashmal, can be mistaken for water, then Azai and Ben Zoma.
That would be funny to find it, like, do a Chinese research and, like, go into the Chinese news and, like, just, like, go onto the internet in China and look for all, like, the Chinese news articles referencing Gematria.
Elisha ben Abuya's mistake is even
see how they
more
talk about it.
dangerous. He seemed to have actually escaped the water illusion, and he actually ends up gazing.
Can you imagine that? They probably have a, there's probably is a Chinese article about the quack.
It drives him to heresy.
A little ding dong hoi
Metatron, the Metatron allowed to sit upon the divine throne and record the merits of Eretz Israel. Knowing that sitting in the supernal realms wasn't allowed, Elisha concludes there must have been two powers in heaven, a form of heretical Jewish bitheism that inspired absolute dread in the rabbinical imagination.
I don't know, man, if there is still a San Diego by then. If San Diego still exists by then. If they don't knock out San Diego as like some type of weird ground zero.
Dual God, one good and one evil. It might also
just kidding. I don't think they'll do that.
Of Pauline theology.
Did you hear that Dr. J. Craig Venter died recently?
More on that in a moment. Regardless,
the guy from San Diego, or the guy that lived in San Diego doing the genomics.
Such as Akiva, sometime in the early second century.
I hope all the Gematrians get taken.
Profound likelihood that Paul's
in 2 months from now, we will learn where the 2029 Invictus Games will be held, and I have predicted that it will be in San Diego.
Now, this is all the more confirmed, at least to my mind, by actually looking
Ted
at
Turner passed away. Oh my God!
Text that were actually produced by these mystics.
The Jesuits got him.
Some of them survived.
The Jesuits took him out by the code.
A later period, mostly redacted in the 3rd century, but probably representing earlier practices and speculation.
Ted Turner was probably a Jesuit.
50 manuscripts of some length. This literature.
He was either a Jesuit or he was taken out by the Jesuits. Either way.
Narratives, yoga-like techniques of mystical ascent, magical.
Even if he was a Jesuit and he got took out by the Pope.
Of the vast dimensions of the divine body, the physical kavod.
According to the quacks.
In fact, one of these texts, the ascent narrative of Rabbi Akiva, I just described a moment ago, is actually found in that text, probably in an older version, in the first person, as described by Akiva himself. Oh, in that text, the other 4.
Yeah, I know all this stuff, all these names, all these times and deaths, and it all has a number. There's always a number. Every day, every time, every day of year, every minute of every day, there's a bunch of numbers. Like every fucking thing you can fucking possibly fucking find. How come they don't start decoding animals? Is it forbidden to do gematria on the animals?
Truly appeared and was appreciated.
We could start doing like whale gematria and shit.
Edition only appearing in the 1980s, and I think it substantially aids in clarifying Paul's 2 Corinthian vision.
We could find out which gods actually created the animals.
Paul describes being taken up into paradise.
Ted Turner was a huge globalist. I'm glad that POS is gone. As far as I'm concerned, he's living in hell right now. Yeah, sayonara, like.
Most of the later Merkava texts tend.
But can you imagine that? That's still scummy to do necromancy on the guy and like siphon his energy and try to use it to sell, like have people sell underage, buy gambling, like.
More apocalyptic Enochic texts actually do imagine the.
I've only heard of duck gematria. LOL.
In Jerusalem, with an outer courtyard, an inner holy place, and an even interior holy of holies. And thus, they do imagine.
Dreams. Is this too loud?
I wouldn't be surprised if Paul, given that he lived during the days of the temple and employed an earlier structure of the heavens in the later Merkava text,
I see. This is my only problem with what all the gematria you're doing, Mighty Buffoon. I'm trying to roast the quacks for doing gematria, and here you are doing gematria. It's like it kind of like takes away from like I like when we roast the matria,
is also king.
the duck matria. Probably has been showing why Ted Turner died when he did after the fact. I know after he read the news death, then he magically predicted it like 5 years ago, or says the quack. You can roast me too, lol. No, I'm not like trying to really mess with you, like Mighty Buffoon. I'm just like
other dissenters. They also
it's Gematriaholics Anonymous, you know.
or otherwise. Further, Paul also heard unutterable things, was also matched in the literature, especially in a text referred to as Kekalozeutarti, where the assent is coupled with hearing angelic and divine voices. Not Cole, perhaps.
Still like a little more lighthearted type of gematria that we do over here. We just roast gematria. Like we just make fun of gematria. We find quacky gematria. We compare it with the quacks.
We still have no idea what these
yeah, Zach predicted he died after he died. I know, it's like after the fact, Zach.
Language of the angels.
He found the article in the news one morning and like without hesitation drank the Monero, sip, and then fucking whipped out the quackulator, and then he was like, aha! This is a 47, this is a 42, I knew it, I've been saying 42 all along. He's like, doesn't that not count as a prediction? You're like, aha! You find out after the fact, after you see the news, and then you whip out the quackulator and you find the number that you've been saying over and over and over and over and over and over again, because hell of quacky shit equals the number that you're looking for, or whatever, any number, whatever number you find, you're like, aha! I've been teaching, quote unquote, I've been teaching about this number the whole time. But you didn't make the prediction though. You didn't say specifically that, you know, it was going to be that date and that time and because of this number, like a month ahead. And what's the standard time duration that it's supposed to be for a prediction? Like, what is it, a month ahead, a year ahead, 2 years ahead? Or are predictions supposed to be like the next day? You predict some shit might happen tomorrow because you got a hunch? Is it,
Paul imagines Jesus having made this extremely powerful journey and has extended the boon of having made that journey to all who believe in him, who all have peace, trust in him.
Yeah, it's crazy work.
Will also be transformed into eternal glorified beings.
Traumatic gematria injury. Yeah, an itch with a bee. I know.
Their esoteric rabbinical elites, the adepts, and then only at great peril of their.
You know what really triggers them is just Jesuit. Like just the word Jesuit. It's like ooh, spooky. They have like 14 different numbers that they attribute to the Jesuits. They're like, Jesuit is 177. Oh my God. Jesuit means 70, 87 and 94 and fucking 201 and 42 and fucking 56. Ooh. Predicted it. I've been teaching about 87 and 42 and 56 and 94 and fucking 144 and 177. Dude, they have so many numbers that they claim means Jesuit. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and it's all after the fact. Whenever they find it, they're like, aha, I've been teaching about that number this whole time. It was a prediction. No, a prediction is like when you make an accurate prediction of something specifically. Would be a prediction. And by the way, doing predictions is not really that good. Like you're just acting like a messiah and you're like doing divination is what you're really doing. It's called divination and it's like a lot of religions like warn people not to do divination.
With the thorn in his flesh. These are not the kind, gentle angels you normally think of.
The prophecy, the divination is already in the Bible. Like it's already in there. You don't have to subvert from it with like other. You're not supposed to like subvert from it with like other predictions. They already have the prediction in the Bible. The problem with Zach is he does his predictions after they happen. I feel like the Bible is the thing that's actually has all the predictions. It already has all the predictions. Everything you guys are doing is after the fact. Even what you found in the Bible with King Henry, if that's a prediction, like it's already in the Bible. It's not like you made it up.
Calling down the angelic warrior commanding, let the old man, the Zakan, let the old man.
Or you did, I don't know, or you found it, I don't know. You made it up. It's yours now, but you found it in the Bible.
And mighty works to prove
it's my prediction.
Their ability to the Corinthians very much.
No, it's the Bible. It's already predicted in the Bible. It's already in there.
Of the ascent literature, they all seem to be utterly transformed and gain quasi-angelic power.
It's based off of apocalypticism, which is a like ideology that spread from somewhere.
Of late antiquity, such as the Sefer HaRazim, the Sar Torah literature, which is literally appended to many texts in the Hekala literature.
There's actually like history of apocalypticism spreading into religion.
Greco-Egyptian magic, which is full of invocations.
I forget what it is exactly, but
magical signs, passwords, Nomina Barbara, and a wide range of powerful invocations, incantations, and evocations. The world of the Merkaba literature is bound up inextricably.
Jesus Christ! All right, we gotta have a Gematriaholics anonymous intermission. No more robots. Since you guys are talking about gematria, robots is right. All of them. Yeah, they're robots. That's why I titled this thing No More Bots, No More Robots. I think as long as you predict that it happens before it happens, well, you got to have it like written down in stone somewhere too. Like you should etch it in a temple somewhere, because if it's not like set in stone, so to speak, then it's not really like, it has to be written, like it was written and then it manifested or predicted or whatever. Yes, after they happen. After. Actually didn't come up with that discover. Someone else told me that they found it in the Bible with base 6. Yeah, that's what I mean. Hold on, let me run this back. I need to shut up. I might not stay on here too much longer because I might try to make something to eat.
Hello, Gematrian. Welcome to Satanic Gematrian. Jesuit yoga class. I'm your host, Zachary K. Hubbard.
Yeah, same. What if the Quacklers tried to start doing Gematria breakdancing and had an accident? We don't need brainwashed robots. We don't need horrible people. I totally agree. We don't need garbage on Earth. The problem with Gematria is that they could easily just replace you with a robot that does Gematria. Like, they could make a robot that just does the same Gematria that you think you're doing. China got some scary robots coming out. You know what's crazy too about conspiracy theories and all this stuff? Like, we know all this stuff is bad and dangerous, but like, you know, fluoride's bad, you know, like toxic poisons are bad, you know, bioweapons are bad, you know, like fake stuff is bad. But like, a lot of stuff is bad in the world, like, not even to do with conspiracy theories. Like, a lot of stuff is poisonous and bad and dangerous. So it's like, I mean, really? Yeah, it's bad, but
1 second.
a lot of shit's dangerous. Going in the ocean is dangerous. But the ocean is like magnificent, but it's also super duper dangerous for like a person. I don't know. You know what I mean, though? It's like, is it really that bad, or is it just part of nature? Like, a lot of shit in nature is bad. Most people who do Gematria now use AI to do the calculations. Interesting. Right. That's what I'm saying. They could just they could just replace you with the calculator. They could just put you in the calculator. Secret rituals that run our world. The most dangerous path to Buddhism. Master Shake. I already played Sport SG's video. So humans don't even do the real work. It's not work. How is it even work? It's just like numbers in a calculator. Doesn't even count. It doesn't even classify as work. Oh, here's an interesting video for the alien agenda.
And their appearance has remained disturbingly consistent across thousands of reported encounters spanning.
Here, this video you guys could maybe appreciate. It's every type of alien explained.
Large heads with smooth gray skin that appears almost translucent under certain lighting conditions. Their most distinctive feature is their eyes.
I haven't even looked at this one yet.
Almond-shaped voids that occupy nearly a third of their skull, with no visible iris, pupil, or white. Witnesses describe these eyes as completely emotionless, yet somehow intensely observing.
What about alien gematria?
An intelligence that feels both advanced and utterly alien to human experience. The Greys possess virtually no nose.
If I spend 2 hours, no, but it's not work if it doesn't if there's no outcome of anything. What? Then you just got a bunch of numbers.
Instead, through direct telepathic projection into the minds of those they encounter. Their bodies are frail and spindly, with long, thin arms ending in 3 or 4 fingers, and they move with an unsettling fluid grace that suggests either advanced technology compensating for physical weakness, or a fundamentally different relationship.
Dude, you gotta be trolling, bro. Like, that's unbelievable. That's hilarious. You're working on gematria in the calculator for hours on end.
Since then,
I guess if you get paid for it, if you could get paid for it for something, but...
From Australia to Scandinavia, with witnesses who have never met, describing...
Hey everyone, I just spent 3 hours on the calculator.
And the cold, clinical efficiency of their examinations. They are associated primarily with medical experimentation.
Maybe it's research. Maybe you're like researching using the calculator, but I don't know if it's work.
Their ultimate purpose remains
it's not like building anything.
The consistency of description across cultures.
It's a hobby, yeah, it's like a game. It's like a Ouija board. It's the same type of thing as like a Ouija board. It's like an advanced Ouija board, basically.
The reptilians. The reptilians exist at the intersection of ancient mythology and modern conspiracy, described as a humanoid species with distinctly reptilian features that allegedly operates in the shadows of human civilization and has done so for thousands of years. Standing between 6 and 8 feet tall, they possess scaly skin in shades of green, brown, or occasionally gold, with vertical slit pupils.
Yeah, it's like a game. It's like a video game.
Their faces combine human and serpentine characteristics, with prominent brow ridges, sharp angular cheekbones, and mouths that can unhinge slightly wider than human anatomy allows, revealing rows of sharp pointed teeth. Some accounts describe them as possessing small ridges.
It's just a thing that we like entertain ourselves with.
Scaled heads. Unlike the Greys, reptilians are described as physically powerful, muscular, and aggressive, with some witnesses claiming they possess the ability to shapeshift or project holographic disguises to move undetected among humans.
It's like sports and mainstream media. It's just like a kind of a superficial thing that we use just to entertain ourselves with.
Power within governments, corporations, and religious institutions, secretly manipulating human affairs toward unknown ends. However, the concept of reptilian humanoids appears much earlier in human mythology, from the Naga serpent beings of Hindu and Buddhist tradition, dating back over 2,000 years, to the dragon kings of Chinese folklore, to the serpent in the Garden of Eden itself. Accounts describe reptilians as cold-blooded in both physiology and temperament, operating with ruthless logic and viewing humans as either resources to be exploited or livestock to be managed. Unlike the Greys, who are reported as emotionless but not malicious, reptilians are consistently described as deliberately hostile, supremacist, and contemptuous of human life. Whether they represent suppressed ancestral memory of a predecessor species, interdimensional entities, or psychological projection of humanity's predatory fears remains a matter of intense debate. The Nordics. The Nordics appear as the most unsettling type of alien precisely because they look almost exactly like humans, specifically humans of Northern European descent. And this similarity raises questions far more disturbing than monsters ever could. Described as standing between 6 and 7 feet
Right.
tall, they
That's what I'm
possess
saying. That's what gematria is. They want you like doing gematria on the calculator while they're like doing the real game as what you're saying.
Both male and female Nordics are reported as strikingly beautiful by conventional human standards, athletic and graceful in movement, and typically wearing simple form-fitting jumpsuits in white, silver, or pale blue. Unlike the clinical grays or hostile reptilians, Nordics are consistently
I might switch it all up pretty soon because I gotta start getting.
Language of the contactee, often delivering messages.
I gotta start getting paid for this or something because.
And humanity's need for spiritual evolution. The first major Nordic contact case occurred in 1952 when George Adamski claimed to have met a being named Orthon in the California desert who warned him about atomic testing. A case that established the template for hundreds of subsequent Nordic encounters.
Maybe what I'll do is just streams more like this, and then if people really want me to do anything, actually like making videos or memes or whatever, music or whatever it is, they could just pay me and then I'll do it. I gotta switch it up. I can't just like keep on just like. It's not like a joke for me, like I'm actually serious about all this, or I don't know, collaborating on presenting information or something and actually turning it into something, because
but psychological operations conducted by human intelligence agencies using perfectly ordinary tall blonde individuals to discredit genuine alien contact by association with obviously fabricated cases.
Sick of everyone just like thinking they're just gonna get away with like trying to just rat me down all the time.
Delivering warnings and spiritual guidance, behavior that seems strangely human for being supposedly from another world. The insectoids.
God, they're just like always just at you, trying to rat you down. So ridiculous.
Suggests a completely non-human.
You should become a rap artist.
Rather than individual identity.
Yeah, I need I'll make a bunch of things for like a, you know, like a record, like a contract deal, like however they do that, I don't know.
That curve around the sides of their skulls. Their mouths consist of complex mandibles that move independently. And some reports describe them.
If anybody needs some goofy ass like comedy music stuff, type of stuff like that, I got you, but it ain't cheap, as they say. It ain't gonna be cheap.
Rather than fluid, as if their neurology operates on fundamentally different.
Dude, people are operating at a whole other higher level nowadays. Like they're getting big.
Communicating through what abductees.
Yeah, Lil Cuts one. That's hilarious.
Individual telepathy.
Young Cuddy.
Entire groups of insectoids as a single distributed intelligence. The most famous insectoid encounter occurred in 1973 in Pascagoula, Mississippi, when Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker reported being taken aboard a craft by beings they described as robotic in movement, with crab-like claws and wrinkled gray elephant-like skin, though later analysis suggested the wrinkled appearance may have been a misperception of segmented exoskeleton.
Dude, if they pay enough, shit, I'll even do a goofy ass cuts, like I'll do some goofy ass like comedy shit or something, but nothing bad, but like if it was worth it, like it would be hella funny to make some good comedy type of stuff or something like that.
But from their complete incomprehensibility. Beings whose consciousness is so alien that communication feels less like conversation. But
we already have after the fact music records, you know? We just need to like team it up with like a cosign of some sort. I don't know.
The tall whites emerge from the
singers are always dissing other people. You can make rap songs to rip on the quacks. I do.
Extensive contact with them at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada during
I mean, it's like a joke, but
detail of his accounts has made them impossible to easily dismiss.
I guess if you got paid enough money, you could make a really, really, really like sophisticated rap type song, like dissing the gematria, like
young looking elderly. and their elderly developing an almost luminescent quality to their
Get
skin.
put on a record
Hall
label? I
described them as
know.
possessing exceptionally fragile bones that shatter easily, requiring them
We
to
just
wear
charge
protective amino
for
suits
interviews
and
or
interact with
something. I don't know,
humans whose
charge
casual
for
touch may seriously injure
fucking.
them.
I don't know how they do that. You got to go on
Hall
tour
lights are
and be
described as
famous
having
and doing all
extremely
that,
powerful
but
temperaments.
like, I guess once you get paid once, it's not that hard. But
Startled or disrespected, and Hall claimed that several military personnel died in accidental confrontations with them. According to his account,
that's what the quack's trying to do is sell out, but he can't figure out how to do it, and he always frauds everyone.
providing limited technological
He
assistance
probably already frauded all the people that he could have got paid.
facilities for purposes Hall was never fully briefed on. They live in
You know what I really hate about the quack? The quack is like destructive. Like he'll fraud his own people in his community, like every single one of them, which he already did, instead of helping them get their channels growing where they could monetize. Like if Quackery was like a good person and helpful, he would have like collaborated with everyone, and then everybody would have already had their channels monetized.
recognizable to humans.
And then it would be like one,
Spouses and children.
it would be a community. It would be like a collective of researchers and people presenting information. That's why it's so frustrating. Like even my channel, when I was just like 5 accounts away from being able to monetize on the channel like 2 or 3 years ago, that's when the quacks like super duper ratted my channel down.
Blue aliens represent the most
So it's like they don't want to help. Like someone like Jay with Tokenize could have been, if they were supportive and constructive, they would have already like a bunch of the people that were like from Gematria that were actually, see, the quack frauds everyone that has more skills than he does. So if there's like a better researcher with better research, he'll fraud them, you know?
Unlike the clinical grays or the volatile tall whites, blue avians are described as profoundly peaceful.
Yeah, they wouldn't take them because he'll fraud them.
As advisors or guides to other alien species and certain human secret space program personnel. According to Good's testimony, they are representatives of
Charge for downloads in iTunes. I know there's some like there's some way you could like manipulate all this stuff ideally, but I gotta figure out the niche for it because
exclusively through telepathy.
I just gotta switch it all up. Like this is crazy work.
Directly into the minds
Battling with the fucking quacks forever. Jesus Christ.
in its clarity and compassion.
Look, here's the quack aliens, the blue fucking bird aliens.
Technology or solve humanity's problems directly.
Look, they look like quacks. Look.
Emphasizes personal spiritual development.
Dude, they're fucking quacks,
and
bro.
service to others. The appearance of bird-like aliens is not entirely
The bird aliens.
of Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom, presents striking visual
The quacks.
parallels, and
They
various
think they know everything.
describe people or sky
Bird
beings.
people,
But
sky
the
beings.
aliens, as described, represent something more specific.
Gematria music, yeah, right. No, I know, it's so goofy, huh?
Of physical material.
It's just like a joke, basically, Space Monkey.
Blue avians have never appeared in traditional abduction scenarios and exist solely within the testimonies of individuals involved in.
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy that. That's the problem with Gematria. Like it's so like obscure and quacky.
Invitation-based rather than forcible, consciousness-based rather than physical. The aliens. Are
Yeah, I don't
aliens of the
appreciate it.
particular system, and if
I
they
don't
are
appreciate that shit
abducted,
one
so
fucking
material or
bit.
genuine, they represent the only confirmed case of human astronauts living on an alien planet for an extended period. Described as similar to grays but slightly taller at around 5 feet, with beige or tan skin.
What are you saying that to me?
Slightly more proportional heads. The aliens
Are you're calling me a bitch?
contact with the United
Are you
States
talking to me?
following the Roswell incident in 1947.
The
According to
fuck?
the Circle documents released anonymously in 2005, 12 U.S. military personnel were selected for a diplomatic
Oh yeah,
exchange
yeah.
program and traveled to the alien.
No, I know, it'll never happen.
Reticuli system in
Space Monkey.
1965.
The quacks, that's their ambition though. They want to like sell it. They want to sell out, but it's the only way they could sell it out is by making it into comedy, which they're not. They're like dead serious. Like it's super weird.
As an entirely peaceful
They think they can do that and be serious about it, but it won't work.
Highly organized collective society where individual roles were predetermined and unquestioned. They reproduced through cloning rather than sexual reproduction.
Even if you make it into comedy, it's so weird. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't know about all that.
The returned astronauts allegedly described even technology as based on principles of consciousness interaction with matter. And even history revealed they had visited Earth.
I just wanted to I didn't give a fuck anything about gematria. I was just trying to get my channel monetized because I make art and do research. And I thought we were like collaborate with other researchers and artists. I thought that's what artists do.
Evidence has emerged to confirm or refute it. What makes the evens conceptual?
I even had a shop I had a shop that worked on my, before, like, I don't know, all my thing was all set up with like all this other different stuff. And then they just like, dude, they straight, dude, these are some fraud ass motherfuckers. I wish I never got involved with or knew about or learned or anything about any of the quack shit.
Texts as beings who came from the sky, and are now claimed by various researchers to have been extraterrestrial genetic engineers who created or modified Homo sapiens.
Yeah, it's like the boring version of Jerry Seinfeld.
From heaven to earth, and in original Sumerian cosmology, they were deities associated with the earth and underworld, subordinate to the sky god Anu.
Who's behind the so-called consumer attorneys of California?
Oh my God.
Billboard lawyers caught scamming accident victims.
Billboard lawyers scamming? Who would have thunk? Yeah, they abuse real truth. That's what I really dislike about it.
And the firm who embezzled millions from disaster victims. These so-called consumer attorneys are spending millions.
God, these ads on here.
Tablets like the Atrahasis and Enuma Elish, dating back over 4,000 years, the Anunnaki are described as creating humans to serve as workers, mining gold and performing labor the Anunnaki themselves refuse to do. Modern ancient astronaut interpretations, particularly those popularized by Zacharias Sitchin beginning in the 1970s, propose that these texts are not mythology, but historical records of extraterrestrial contact.
You have to admit, I wrecked the Arthur Timothy Cohen with my anagrams. He was a quack too.
As a slave species. According to these
I'm not really sure I understand what that means.
For atmospheric purposes on their home planet, established mining operations on Earth approximately 450,000 years ago, and when their workforce of lesser Anunnaki rebelled, they created humans through genetic manipulation to replace them. Various researchers claim the Anunnaki established themselves as the gods of ancient civilizations.
He-Con is the anagram of Cohen.
Enki, and Inanna, actually being individual Anunnaki commanders and scientists.
I don't even know who that is.
Earth following a catastrophic flood, but promised to return. And some conspiracy theories suggest they have already returned and operate through secret societies and bloodline families that descend from Anunnaki human hybrids. Academic scholars categorically reject the ancient astronaut interpretation, pointing to mistranslations, misunderstandings of Sumerian grammar, and the absence of any archaeological evidence of advanced technology in ancient Mesopotamia. Yet the question remains disturbing. If the Anunnaki were simply mythological gods, why are their descriptions so specific, so technological, so focused on genetics, mining, and engineering, rather than abstract spiritual concepts? The small grays, or Zeta Reticulans. The small grays, often called Zeta Reticulans after their alleged star system of origin, are the workers of the alien hierarchy, shorter than their gray counterparts at roughly 3 to 4 feet tall, and witnesses describe them as operating with programmed behavior rather than independent intelligence. They appear almost identical to standard grays, but smaller, with proportionally even larger heads that seem barely supported by their thin necks, and their movements are described as more mechanical, more insect-like, leading some researchers to
I knew shit. I seen it with my eyes, lived shit. That wasn't anyone else's life. That people couldn't handle anything that is real truth out of this world.
Examples, performing examinations, and operating equipment under the apparent supervision of taller greys or other.
Oh yeah, I think I seen it.
Witnesses describe them as
I just don't get it. I don't
individual
get like
personality
what the
that were
like what
communicated
it's supposed to
directly and
mean
showing
or
no
be,
reaction
or
to
I don't know what it
stress
is.
beyond clinical
They
observation.
couldn't handle the
most
cool
disturbing
aspects
of
of
small
our
brain
reality,
fires
if you
is the
will.
growing consensus among
Weren't
abduction
cool
researchers
enough
that
to,
these
if you
beings
want
may
to
not
say
be
that,
alive the
they
way we understand
abuse
life, but rather grow
anything of
biological
real
technology,
truth. I know,
artificial
dude. It's
beings created for
crazy work.
specific functions and then disposed of when no longer needed. This interpretation is supported by testimony from alleged military insiders who claim that crashed alien craft sometimes contain dozens of
You guys
small
think
gray
we're gonna
bodies
find out about
stored
all
in
the
containment
aliens?
units, suggesting they are manufactured in batches and deployed as needed. The small gray's alleged origin in the Zeta Reticuli star system, approximately 39 light-years from Earth.
Oh yeah,
comes from
yeah,
the
yeah.
Earth's
No, I
red
get
dwarf
it.
star
That's
map,
funny.
drawn under hypnosis in 1964.
That is pretty funny. It's
which
like
claims to
some,
have
it's
been
like
shown
some
by
quacky ass
three-dimensional
codes
holographic
too.
data in great world and trade routes. Astronomer
That is
Humphrey
pretty
Fish
funny.
later
I like
identified
making up the
comparative
codes
stars
like
matching
that. It's
Hill's
fucking
star,
great.
with Zeta Reticuli as the point of origin. Those skeptics argue
What's
that
the
this was
anagram
coincidental
of Zachary
and the
Keith
interpretation
Hubbard?
force.
Can you do
Whether
that
small
one?
grays are degraded biological entities, purpose-built organic machines, or a genuinely diminutive alien species, they represent
What's the
contact that
anagram
seems
for
dehumanizing.
Quackery Hubbard?
Beings who treat humans as specimens with the emotional investment of a laboratory technician handling bacterial cultures. The Alpha Draconians. The Alpha Draconians are described as the ultimate
The anagram of
alien
Hubbard?
species, allegedly originating from the Alpha Draconis star system and representing
It's
a
rubbered.
empire
It's
that
like
has subjugated
rubbered
hundreds of worlds, including,
or
according
something.
to some accounts, partially subjugating Earth through proxy species and human collaborators.
Bubbard.
Standing between 7 and 18 feet
Dubber,
tall,
Dubar, Dabar,
horn-crested
Dabber,
heads, powerful tails, and
Dubar.
scales ranging from brown and green to red and white.
It would take a little time to figure out something funny to generate. Yeah, man.
Unlike
That's
terrestrial
cool.
reptilians who are described as infiltrators and manipulators, Alpha Draconians
All you do
portrayed
is
as
rearrange.
open
I know,
hunters
no,
who
I
view
know,
other
I
species
know. I'm
as
looking at it. I'm
intelligent
trying to
beings
see what
and
it might
destined
be.
for
It's like,
domination. They allegedly possess advanced psychic
it's like
abilities, including the power
wackery
to project
or
fear directly into the
yak.
minds of other
It's like
beings,
yak,
paralyzing resistance before physical conflict
yacky
even
or some
begins.
shit. Like
According to contact Alex
quackery.
Collier and others, the Draconians have been in conflict with more benevolent alien species for thousands of years, with Earth serving as a contested territory where Draconian influence operates
Some old
through
goofy
reptilians,
ass shit.
the
What's
Greys,
the
servants
anagram
under
for
management,
Gematria
and
Effect
certain human
News?
bloodlines and secret
Probably some
societies,
goofy
serving
ass
as
shit.
willing collaborators in exchange for technology and power. The Draconian hierarchy is described as rigidly structured, with lower castes serving as warriors and workers, while upper castes function as commanders and priests.
And then you got to think about and make up like a scenario of who might be doing the anagrams. Even though we're the ones doing the anagrams, we got to like blame it on the Jesuits. Look, the Jesuits put this anagram in the fucking quack. You got to figure out who's doing the anagrams. Like it might be the Hawaiians. Whoever made up anagrams.
With no physical evidence. Yet the archetype of
You would think would be the group that was doing the anagramming code into the English language by the code. If you have to use wild cards, the rule of anagrams is if you have a duplicate letter, the original has to be used, but each duplicate letter can be any letter A to Z. Interesting.
Designed to create
Nice.
thinking. They represent the darkest possible interpretation of the alien presence. The mantids, or mantis beings. The mantids are perhaps the most alien aliens.
We got him! We caught the brain bug! We got the Jesuit brain bug!
That witnesses
The
struggle
mantis
to even process
aliens?
the encounters as real experiences. Standing between 5 and 7 feet tall, they possess elongated triangular heads. Large wraparound.
Oh, you can use a wild card letter? Really? Does that really count in a fucking anagram if if it has two B's and you use it as a wild card? Really? So you could make up more shit? It is more clean if you don't need to use a wild card though. Right. You should just keep the B, the extra B. It does count. But then the gematria will be off. If you substitute the letters in the anagram, the gematria won't match.
Witnesses consistently describe mantids.
That is a rule of anagram puzzles. Interesting.
Standing in the background while Greys perform procedures. occasionally stepping forward to intervene.
But then the gematria won't match.
The communication is almost always described as
The quote-unquote gematria won't match.
but in a vast, impersonal way, the way a biologist might feel compassion for an endangered species while still conducting necessary research.
Anagrams is not gematria, it's something totally different. I mean, sure it is, but according to gematria, everything is gematria, so it would still be in gematria, according to this new gematria.
To something closer to shamanic initiation.
You know there is a definition for new gematria. Have you ever seen that one before, Mighty Buffoon? That shit's hilarious as fuck. Type it in, new gematria. It's on
Some researchers propose that mantids
like a sub type of wiki page. It's like, what is it called? I forget what it's called. Something wiki.
The praying mantis appears in
Just type in new gematria. It's hella funny. It's like an article about Hubbard's the gematria. It's the only definition of the gematria that they do, and it's quacky as fuck. New gematria. Let me see.
The Pleiadians. The Pleiadians claim to be humanity's spiritual ancestors, human-looking aliens from the Pleiades star cluster who allegedly seeded Earth with human genetics hundreds of thousands of years ago and have returned to guide their genetic descendants through a cosmic awakening. Described as indistinguishable from attractive
Oh, hell no. They didn't take this off the internet, did they?
With light hair, blue or green eyes.
See, they're scrubbing shit off the internet, man. I should be able to find this.
Spiritually advanced and deeply concerned with human evolution. The Pleiadian contact movement began primarily in the 1970s with contactees like Yuri Meyer, who claimed ongoing communication with beings named Semyase and Ta'a, providing photographs of their craft and extensive philosophical teachings. Unlike the warning-focused Nordics or the scientific race, Pleiadians allegedly communicate primarily to provide spiritual guidance, emphasizing meditation, compassion.
Oh, hell no. There used to be a definition for new gematria on this fucking, I think it's called Rational Wiki.
As having transcended war, poverty, and disease thousands of years ago through collective spiritual development, and they claim Earth is currently undergoing a similar transition that will either elevate humanity to galactic citizenship or result in self-destruction. The Pleiadians allegedly cannot intervene directly due to cosmic laws of non-interference, but can offer information and energy to those who choose to listen. Skeptics point out that the Pleiades star cluster is only about 100 million years old, likely too young for advanced civilizations to have evolved, and that Pleiadian messages often sound indistinguishable from New Age philosophy that was already popular when the contacts began. Believers counter that Pleiadians are not from planets in the Pleiades, but from higher dimensional realities associated with that star cluster, making conventional astrophysics irrelevant. The Pleiades hold special significance in dozens of ancient cultures, from the Aboriginal Australians to the Aztecs to the Japanese, all of whom identified it as the origin point of either gods or ancestors, suggesting that whether Pleiadians are real aliens or archetypal symbols, they tap into something ancient in human consciousness. The Syrians. The Syrians are the ancient teachers, allegedly originating from the Sirius star system and associated with the founding of human civilization, particularly ancient Egypt, where Sirius held profound religious and astronomical significance. Described as appearing in multiple forms.
Oh, hell no. These rat motherfuckers got this article removed from the internet or some shit.
Syrians allegedly made extensive contact with ancient.
There's a video about it on Derek's Garbage.
Astronomy, mathematics, and spiritual practices.
Oh, this is from 8 years ago?
Possess astronomical knowledge about Sirius B, a white dwarf companion star invisible to the naked eye, that was not confirmed by Western astronomy until the 20th century, claiming this knowledge was provided by amphibious beings called the Nomo, who came from Sirius in ancient times. In modern contact accounts, Syrians appear as tall, blue-skinned humanoids.
You gotta find this shit on the Wayback Machine now or something? Unbelievable.
Gill-like structures and webbed fingers, and they are consistently described as ancient, wise, and operating with cosmic perspective that views humanity as one young species among thousands. According to various channeled sources and contactee testimony, Syrians have been involved in human development for hundreds of thousands of years, sometimes working in cooperation with Pleiadians, and sometimes in complex
holy fuck, dude, these are some fucking rat motherfuckers.
They are associated with the construction of the Great Pyramid, the sudden appearance of advanced knowledge in Sumerian civilization, and the mysteriously advanced astronomical knowledge present in various ancient cultures. Syrians allegedly view Earth as a library of genetic diversity and a critical experiment in free will, making the planet to multiple alien factions for different reasons. The ancient Egyptian emphasis on Sirius, which they call Set, as the most important star in the sky, with the entire calendar synchronized to its heliacal rising, and temple architecture aligned to its appearance, suggests either alien contact.
Oh, there it is. No, it's still there. I got it. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Business was doing my finances. So now I use Zero. It generates a lot of reports that help me make sound decisions. When I think I'm slow, I can look at Zero, and Zero's like, no.
Here, hold on. Let me get back to this. I'll show you.
Zero worries about your travel budget. For countless new cities to skate, countless new friends to make, countless new memories to bring back home. Make life count. But now, more life in your life.
These people are stupid. They're trying to like scrub the new Gematria article off the internet, but the guy fucking put the link to it on his thing. Hold on, let me go back to it. Copy the link, come on. Oh, it won't let me put that link in the chat, really? Yeah, have a good one. Have a good night.
How does it feel to be the mighty warrior?
Let me see if I can just do it this way.
The Arcturians. The Arcturians are described as fifth-dimensional healers and spiritual guides from the Arcturus star system, appearing when called by individuals seeking healing, spiritual development, or assistance transitioning between incarnations. Unlike physical aliens who arrive in spacecraft, Arcturians are reported as manifesting through consciousness, appearing as beings of light in colors ranging from blue to violet.
What the hell? It's not letting me put my own link right in my... Hold on, I'll do it another way. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Its vibrational frequency. The Arcturian contact experience is fundamentally different from abduction. Described not
Oh,
as
come on. It's not letting me go in here.
Not as medical procedure, but as energetic recalibration, and witnesses report feeling profound peace rather than fear. Arcturus is one of the brightest stars visible from Earth, and has appeared in mythology across cultures, from ancient Greece, where it was associated with the god Hermes.
Alright, I think I'm back. It's not letting me put the link because they like tried to like they ratted it down. They ratted down the fucking the only thing you can find is Derek's fucking article about it where he has the link that you could still see it, but it's not like active or something online. Any like they scrubbed it off the internet. Unbelievable. What a joke.
With human
Let me see if I could look.
Unlike other alien types that appear.
New Gematria is a relatively young conspiracy theory that branches off of numerology. It was discovered by YouTuber blogger Zachary K. Hubbard. It is named after a distinct from Gematria, which is a form of numerology that typically pertains to Hebrew. Unbelievable. Talk about censorship.
Artificial beings and hybrids, creating a situation too layered for human.
In the world of nonsense, New Gematria is a loopy play of numbers and words. Yup. Yeah, no, that article is like dead accurate. Anyways, unbelievable. Y'all have a good night. Peace and love. I'm out.